Welcome to my Thursday's tiers list. Okay, this is my Thursday's tier list of Marvel. Okay, today we're doing Marvel. Okay, it took a while because I was trying to get ready. And today I didn't mess up on the tier list. There's pretty much every Marvel movie, every Marvel show, every Marvel cartoon. Well, not every Marvel. God dang it, I did it again. Well, no, I didn't. This is all from the 2000s. Okay, this is all Marvel, Disney era, uh, and non-Disney era, because some of them are Fox. Like shows like Cloak and Dagger. Some of them like The Runaway, Gifted. You know, I threw that in here. Um, I threw all those in there. Agents of Shield, um, and then the ones that were Netflix are in here. Ironheart, The Defenders. You know, so every Marvel's in here. Okay, so we're gonna go over this, and first you can tell I'm a DC fan. Okay, I for a long time took for a while to even start watching the freaking Marvel movies because I like DC more. I do like Marvel, and some stuff back in the day when I used to read comics. You know, both DC was kind of drawn bad. And then there were some Marvels that were drawn bad. The only best thing you ever get out of drawings with comic books usually was a cover. And this is why Image, when they popped out, Image Comics was so big because everything was perfect. Both the cover and inside the comic was all amazing. And so, but still you had loyalty to the character for whatever reason. I got stupid reasons why I like characters. I think every fan does, you know. And so, when it comes to this Marvel tier list today, we're gonna start off with the crappiest one, and that's Ant-Man and the Wasp. But as you can see, this is a long tier list, so I'm gonna be sitting here for a minute. Hopefully, you guys got patience, and we can get through this. So, as usual, we're going from excellent, great, good, okay, bad, and terrible. Terrible, terrible, horrible, monstrosities. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so let's begin. Let me see real quick. I'm trying to do something here. You know. But yeah, so Marvel 2000 is where I'm at. I could have did the 90s Spider-Man. I could have did the 90s Hulk cartoon. I could even went further back and did uh, Lou Ferrigno's Credible Hulk and Spider-Man back then and all that stuff. I grew up with that stuff too. And it would have been a lot more of the Marvel tier list, but I don't want to go that far back. And like I could have did X-Men. Shoot, excuse me. I could have did X-Men from the 90s. I could have did a whole bunch of other uh, stuff from the 90s. But we're just gonna stick with this. I guess the only thing close to the 90s would be X-Men. I got that too. I got all the X-Men. Every X-Men is in here. Movie-wise, though, live action. There is cartoons in there though. But anyway, so let's begin. Let's start. We're gonna go straight down the tier list like this. No jumping back and forth all over the place, being choosy and picky, unless there's something that I'm trying to unite together. So we're gonna start with Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I liked it. Okay, it was pretty good. Um, See the two together. I like the villain more because she could do this whole teleporting thing and shrinking, down and stuff. You would think that'd be a weird way to fight someone that could teleport and stuff, and it actually is. And it was alright of a movie though. I actually like the Ant-Man movies for some reason, but I haven't seen it since the first time I seen it, which to me means it's a good movie or it's great. So I'm gonna say it's a good movie because I haven't really seen it since the first time, and I did like it a lot. The Ant Man movie, the first one, I think because it was a new thing, it was had a bunch of actors that you recognize. Um, Michael Douglas is in it. That's what makes Ant Man good. I like Michael Douglas. There's just a couple movies I really liked his back in the day. And it's for him to be the original Ant Man and they play it so strongly, which is funny. Um, I like that. So the first Ant Man movie though, I'm gonna say is a great movie because of that. Plus the whole scene where he fights Falcon, which was hilarious. Um, I put it up there. I'm putting it up there at the top. Uh, Damn it, I might have to jump back and forth to make this right. Um, so it's a great movie. The first one's a great movie. I like it a lot. Let's see here. Now I'm just gonna keep going. Endgame to me was like okay. When they made Infinity Wars, I thought Infinity Wars was the last Avengers movie. So all my hype and energy was into Infinity Wars, and then out of nowhere they pop out Endgame because of the crap that happened in Infinity Wars. I was like, okay, and it was all right in a lot of ways. I think the one thing I don't like that's been carried on was from. Don't get me wrong, the Thor movie Ragnarok was good, but they carried that crap with Thor and Hulk ever since that movie. They're just humorous characters now, and it's like okay, Hulk is supposed to be smash and bash and trash and everything. By making them humorous like that, I think that's why She-Hulk failed. This is my opinion. Um, but anyway, so Endgame, I would have to say, is an okay movie. I'm not gonna say. Well, I'm not even gonna say it's okay. I'm gonna say it's a good movie. Once again, it's one of the movies I only watched once. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, it's cool when you bring all the characters together and stuff and all that. But after a while, to me, I mean, this is what they do a lot now. It's no more like. I mean, to me, it's like if you make one character, one superhero character, focus on them, focus on their uh, fights, their people, their villains, their lifestyle, their powers, or whatever it is, and make that one movie so you get to know the character and get familiar with the character. It's way better than just trying to bring all of them together. That's what they do. They can't have one Marvel movie nowadays where there's not just one character and learning about them and stuff. They always have to add in some other superhero character. And it's kind of lame because it's like, okay, do I really like the main character or am I focused on this character and that character? And that's what makes it bad to me. Okay. Infinity Wars, like I said, it's a good movie. I'm just gonna put it in a good movie character along with the End Wars or End Game, End Wars, End Game. So I'm just putting them in the same thing. They're good movies. Um, Once again, Infinity Wars is another one I watched once. Actually, I did watch it twice, I think, because I had to rewind it on certain scenes like Red Skull and like towards the end or some shit. And it was tripping me out because Red Skull ain't been around since the first Captain America movie. And then there was a part with Spider Man I had rewound and stuff like. So I mean, there was some stuff in there. It's like even in the end game, there's some stuff I had to figure out because I didn't understand their dumbass time travel logic. I'm like back to the future logic, and the fact that Hulk thought that whole Hulk being super intelligent crap, and it was just screwing my head up. And Ant Man coming back, and that was the. So I guess that's why you have to put Ant Man first because Ant Man pretty much saved everybody if you think about it. And so I mean it was all right in Endgame because of that, but it's like at the same time it's like come on, he was able to avoid the snap because he shrunk down and went into some microverse place or some nonsense, and it's just all it's Marvel. It's Marvel. I don't know what else to say. Okay, so whatever. Ant Man did. Who Okay, so Captain Marvel. The Captain Marvel movie, like I said, though, it was by herself. Except for those other bad guys and stuff. Samuel Jackson's in it, so that made it a great movie to me. And that's what I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in great because it was some fun scenes in there. It was pretty funny. I like the part where she's on the bus and Stanley's there. Even though the part where they're chasing her through the mall and she doesn't know what the hell's going on. And, like this is a brainwashed, superpowered chick. Then later on, she's not. So, and that's where all these green dudes come from. I forget what the hell they call those aliens. But it was. I'm not gonna say Captain Marvel's a bad movie. Okay? I'm putting it in great because there was some good action scenes. The military stuff that went down was pretty cool. That she's a pilot first off. Um, I just like the real scenes between her and Samuel Jackson and the fighting, and then the whole thing when she went to the planet and realized she doesn't need this thing that they use to give power because she already has all the power, but she didn't realize how strong she was. It's so Captain Marvel's all right, even though Captain Marvel is actually supposed to be a guy character and they made her a girl character. This is one of them times where I actually think it's all right that they switched gave a character to a girl. But other than that, I don't like that crap where you take guy characters and turn them into girls and vice versa. All this crap, man. They do too much of it nowadays. It's just like, come on, let's just make a character, just try to follow the character a bit, whatever. But then some things become canon after a while. Kind of like when you watch The Flash, and then Iris is a black girl. On the comic books forever, she was like a redhead or some crap. But now it's cool because now it's canon. Because like now, Kid Flash is a black kid. So yeah, but that's once again I'm talking DC when I'm supposed to be talking about Marvel. So get me. Anyway, so let's see here. We're gonna go to Captain America and the Winter Soldier. This is my favorite, one of my favorite Marvel movies. I've seen it so many damn times. The whole fight going after him in the damn, they're fighting down the stairwell, and Captain America gets that throw freaking shield and goes through the wall. Okay, right. I don't know how to do it any better. I love the whole metal arm thing, punching the shit out of stuff, and the shield and the whole big old fight and the big ass thing, and then they fall, and just like Captain America's a shit. Captain America's a shit. And so, Winter Soldier, Captain America, bam, excellent movie. Captain America, the first Avenger, bam, perfect, great movie. Why? Because, and not because Captain America's on my wall holding Wonder Woman, okay? Doesn't make me biased. I don't care what you say. Okay, that movie. Okay, so there's a difference. There's a difference. Captain America: Winter Soldier is tight because you watch the first one, okay, and you realize, okay, him and this guy Bucky Barnes has some kind of friendship like brothers, and Bucky gets thrown out of a train. He think he's dead, and then here's part two, and they're way in the future. This Bucky dude's still alive. He's still young as hell, just like Captain America. Except for Captain America was frozen, but this dude, he's not even frozen. And, somehow he's got the super serum, soldier serum and stuff. And kind of like the mystery of the secret soldier serum. And you'll miss it if you don't pay attention in the first Avenger movie, where they're talking about how they use a super soldier serum with the Incredible Hulk. And that's why they're using gamma radiation with it, and that's how he's green. They also use a super soldier serum with the Weapon X project. And so there's like a lot of stuff has to do with Captain America that people don't pay attention to. And it's in there. You can judge me, you can say whatever you want. But anyway, that whole thing is tight with Bucky and stuff. And then the first one, just like I said, when you take a hero and you just make it all about one hero, and you show their origin and their bad guys and all that shit, it becomes a good movie. And that's why Captain America, the first Avenger, is good to me because here we got a guy who was a scrawny little bastard. It did pretty good to me. Most people think it's stupid. Oh, he's skinny and how does he do it? Whatever. That was awesome. We went from the little scrawny dude to the giant dude. They could outrun cars and stuff barefoot and jump in oceans and shit. Like it was freaking, it was tight. It was tight. So that's a good movie. I love it. Okay, whatever. Captain America's Civil War is another one I actually own. I like it. This one I say now to me, okay, to me there's two different Black Panthers, and it comes to you can say three now because of the second movie, Black Panther. But in Civil War, this Captain America fighting this Black Panther was actually pretty good because this Black Panther it seems more logical. His dad dies, he automatically becomes king. He's running after people. He's this Black Panther was a better character. You know, the fact that once again Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, is considered the enemy when he's really not, but you don't know that. But it's all based around him, and the fact that he was brainwashing this super villain dude who's like using the Winter Soldier as a way to destroy Tony Stark. Crazy, and then excuse me, I had a hiccup. And here you got Tony Stark who's sitting there making some kind of program, which later on is something in another movie. And the black girl says, "Oh, you killed my baby," and this and that. So now he wants to change stuff. But Captain America has morals in it that I like too. Got morals in the end of every Captain America movie. They have morals at the end of this Captain America movie, but they have morals within the show too, because he's trying to tell you to do what's right, not to do what because America's trying to force them to do stuff a certain way, a certain agenda, and he knew it wasn't right, you know. And Tony Stark doesn't realize that he's trying to go off of empathy and for the guy that died, saying that we're responsible type of thing, when really there's always casualties of war. There's no way around it. There's some kind of threat, and there's violence happening to fight for a greater purpose, you know, the benefit of mankind. There will always be casualties of war, and so that's what Civil War is about. And it's like they're going, Captain America saying, "Let's not do it this way." Tony Stark got empathy and turned into a giant douche, and doesn't really have the backup that he needs. And so, and all the heroes come together, yes. So it was actually the first fight where they come together like that, and it's pretty good. So I'll give it an excellent. And yeah, right now I got all Captain America movies and excellent. Okay, it's just whatever. Okay, I don't care what y'all think. Captain America is shit. So now we got. Let's see which one is this. Which one? I think this is. Look through here real quick. There's so many. I don't even know. Um. Oh yeah, I forgot to put that one in here. And there's so many freaking Marvel movies now, you guys. Um. So yeah, I think this is the first. No, let's did I put the second one in there? Trying to look. Yeah, I'm trying to say. Okay, so okay, no, no. All right, that's the second one. Okay, so this is the first Doctor Strange movie, which once again I like the fact that it's one character. They're learning their powers. They're. I think that makes a superhero movie. I think they should at least do. If you're gonna make a the superhero, give them at least one or two movies for themselves before you interact them with other superheroes. That's my opinion. Okay? But I liked it. You know, I did see it a couple times because of the whole hospital thing before we got in the wreck and his hands were jacked up and the whole training thing. The whole thing I think that bothers me a little bit about Doctor Strange is at least the first movie anyway is the fact that there's all this. I had to get used to that stuff with the not the swirling circle thing, but the moving the city and all that crap. It so reminds me of Dark City. It reminds me of that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. I forget what it's called, like Illusions or some shit. You know, I just don't dig that like most people do. Something weird about it. It's kind of hypnotizing. And then the way he took out the bad guy was kind of lame. I'm pretty positive if you read the comic book, the bad guy that he fought um, in the movie was way powerful than just a suggestion, a rewriting, and making time go around and around again. So that's a really annoying thing. Um, yeah. So let's see. I'm just gonna say it's a good movie. Uh, yeah, I mean, I've seen it a couple times. Man, it's just like I don't know. Maybe I'm not too much into the magic or how they're doing it. Um, and they train them and everything. It's all right. It's a good movie. So let's see this one. Age of Ultron. So the Age of Ultron one is pretty good. Um, Avengers Age of Ultron. I seen that one a little bit more. Uh, that one I trip out on the fact that you had Wanda, and here you had Billy, the Iceman, but they're totally different than the dude from X Men. Um, and they're supposed to be twins. They're supposed to be Magneto's kids. And then later on, they're not. At least Wanda isn't. Later in the comics, it's just you have to know the nerdy stuff. Okay, y'all that read comics know what I'm talking about. But yeah, she's supposed to be Magneto's daughter. So Billy really is his son. It's just like I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, uh, Age of Ultron, the whole thing was cool, but the whole Age of Ultron story, for y'all that don't know comic books, was actually supposed to be Ant-Man that created Ultron, not Tony Stark. They made Tony Stark this big thing. They switched it around, and they added Ant-Man later. I think after they made Age of Ultron, they said, "Oh well, we should have made an Ant-Man movie. That way, in case Ant-Man lore comes up again, Ant-Man villains, we can say, okay, Ant-Man fought him, or Ant-Man created the villain, or whatever." And I think that's what they did. But it was too late. They already created Ultron through Tony Stark instead of through Penn Industries, which way it's supposed to be. So I will say it's a great movie. It's a great Avengers movie, and it could have been greater, better, or whatever. And I don't know. I liked it, but it's just that one little bit of comic book knowledge that you have to know to realize, okay, they kind of changed the story around. And so Jarvis became Ultron or something like that. And then they made Vision, which I don't like Vision. I don't know why people like Vision. I think Vision is just overrated character. Uh, I don't know. Guardians of the Galaxy, damn good movie. It goes excellent because what they did when they made that movie is like it's like they took these characters that people really didn't, they knew they liked. Some people liked already the comics, but for those who didn't, they glorified, you know, Rocket and Root and all these characters. You know what I'm saying? Batista's and shit and this stuff will make you laugh your ass off. The best thing is, okay, here you got these guys. Funny thing is, all these actors that do these superhero characters in Marvel, their names are all Chris. Chris Evans, Chris Pine, Chris this, Chris that. I'm so sick of hearing the name Chris. They all need to change their name. Okay? I'm just saying. But anyway, so you know why I said that, but it's the truth. Because I'm sitting like, oh, you're talking about Captain America. No, you're talking about Thor. Oh, you mean the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, everybody's named Chris. So stupid. You know what I'm saying? Everybody hates Chris. So, this whole thing is crazy, okay? It's like, it's just so much stuff that happened in that movie, and all of it's funny. The fact that he throws his music in, and I'll be honest with you, I've had multiple walkie-talkies back in the 80s and shit, right? They never last as long as this guy's walkie-talkie did. That's the movie fake magic right there. It's not even the damn thing that he whistles and does this. It's none of the spaceship crap. The magic in this sci-fi comedy superhero show is his walkie-talkie. That thing should have died a long time ago, but it dies at the end of the movie, which makes no sense. So, it should have died a long time ago. I'd had walkie-talkies back in the day that last like, I don't know, a year maybe at most, or two. They would get drained out somehow. They go when you play the cassette tape. It's stupid. For y'all that never had walkie-talkies, because a lot of you guys are young, that's what happens. They start like they would start wearing out, and you walk around, and also the tapes, uh, the cassette tapes, all the recording stuff would come out. You would sit there, it will somehow come out of the walkie-talkie why it's playing. So you'll sit there and also all this tape stuff. You're like, oh my god. You're like, you try to push it into the walkie-talkie, but it makes no sense. That's the movie magic right there. Is his walkie-talkie, and the fact that he can dance to these songs and make them funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? Come and Get Your Love is always going to be remembered now as a Guardian of the Galaxy song, along with some other stuff. You know, so yeah, great movie. And here we go with the sequel. Once again, great movie. Plus, I like in the first movie how they all went to prison and they became a team. At first, they were all separate and stuff. It was showing individual, but when you put them all together in prison, it made it cool. The sequel, I like a lot too. Plus the bad guy, the first one was good. The first one was the shit, okay? The second was the shit too, because, okay, here we go, we got this guy, and he's trying to find his dad. Now, they did a pretty good job with Kurt Russell. And when I say they did a good job with Kurt Russell, because he's supposed to be this planet, and at the beginning he's like, they show him as a young person. They did pretty good, even though you can kind of tell it's makeup and stuff. But they did kind of good making him age down back to being younger. And, it's a pretty good little scene. Um, and then him being a planet is crazy. And he meets the Moth, or not the Moth, the Mantis girl. She's a very attractive chick as an alien. We gotta find a way to make these alien women real, or at least something different. American women suck. So, like, I don't know, but yeah, all that, and then of course Root was the best part. A little tiny stick person, you know, and I like that movie made him good. They're good. Disney's good at making little cute characters. Okay, they always have been, obviously, but Root tops it. He's the shit. I know there's Baby Yoda, but if I was to say who would win in the fight, it'd probably be Root. Okay, that's just Groot or whatever. I keep calling him Root, but his name is Groot. Um, but it'd probably be him because he could, turn to a giant tree and all this crap, and he could do a bunch of stuff. So, and then him dancing in the beginning of the movie is hilarious. He was dancing. It's a good, entertaining movie. You can use music, the characters dance, they fight, yeah, you get comedy. There's sci-fi crap going on that they don't understand. They make it very impressive when there's these space wars. I mean, they went to town on Guardians of the Galaxy when it came to beat both first and second one, and that's what makes Star Wars kind of lame now too, because they don't even try to make it entertaining like that. Try to go down and stuff. I mean, even in the old school stuff, they would at least try to have these big ass space battles with ships and stuff, and they would like, it'd be kind of funny because there's robots that make a humor, and you're like, shut up, you stupid robot. And they were Guardians of the Galaxy. Star Wars was originally, and there would be a lot of stuff going on that was fun. They go to planets where you dance, or a bar where there's crazy stuff. But Star Wars lost that flair. But Guardians of the Galaxy is surpassed it. Let's just be honest, it's so better. So, enough of Guardians of the Galaxy for now, because three's in here somewhere. I put it here somewhere, at least I think I did. Oh man, excuse me. What the hell? Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna keep doing that because there's a long tier list. Anyway, so I think this is Spider-Man Homecoming, or which Spider-Man is this? This is the other one with the no, that's not the right one. So I get this Spider-Man. That's the other Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. This Spider-Man crap is crazy. Um, uh, yeah, so this is like Spider-Man No Way Home, I think, or Far From Home. This is Far From Home. It's so tiny in games here. So this is the one with Mysterio, and it's a pretty good movie. I like it because it's the first time you ever seen Mysterio in a movie. He didn't say none of his catchphrases everybody knows, which is actually the catchphrases that Ash uses in Evil Dead. Um, but man, it was all right with the whole holographic thing, the whole thing where he with the bar was all fake, and he thought it was real crazy. Man, it was like the whole everything was a trip in this movie. So it was a good movie. I'm not gonna say it's great because I don't like the ending. I don't like it at all. I do like the fact that they had the same reporter, James Emerson. Um, there was some other stuff that was cool, but not in the level where I say, okay, I'm gonna watch this again. You know, so I'm gonna put it in the good area. And for some odd reason, while I'm talking about this, I thought about a Winter Soldier where Samuel Jackson's in the truck and they shoot it up. I have no idea why I thought of that. Probably because Samuel Jackson's in this movie with Spider-Man. Oh my God, Samuel Jackson and shit. Okay, but that's where it's going. It's going to the good movie area. I just didn't like the ending. I don't like the ending. I don't like how they called him some crap where he's supposed to be fake Spider-Man. I think the whole routine between Spider-Man, Ned, and pretty much them two characters together, the conversation is so annoying. It's kind of like they try to make badass, as Spider-Man with those two characters together. And to me, anyway. Plus, there's Mary Jane. She's all right. I don't know. Just she just seems I don't know. So I mean that part I just don't care about. Them three dynamic is just it's like they're copying some other movie and throwing Spider-Man on top of it, like trying to weave them together. That's the thing that I kind of don't like. So that's why it's in a good area. Okay, and that's pretty much what most of his that Spider-Man. Okay. Anyway, Incredible Hulk. Now, the Incredible Hulk. This one is the better Incredible Hulk. I'm sorry. There's multiple Incredible Hulk movies, but this one there's only two movies really, and then unless you add Ragnarok and all that other stuff and Avengers of course, but when it comes to solo, alone, by himself, superhero movies, the Incredible Hulk movie by Ed Norton or whatever is the best damn Incredible Hulk movie because that's what Incredible Hulk's supposed to be: smashing, picking up tanks, destroying stuff, going just raw on like just straight up destroying everything, just Hulk smash, and, that type of yes, that's the Hulk. Okay, so this one is just damn, it's excellent. It's the best Hulk movie. You can't beat it. And you know you can't because Marvel or can't even make another Hulk movie. They haven't made any other Hulk movies. Hulk's always a side character now. Now he's Smart Hulk or some shit. It's just come on now. Why are you making Hulk a Smart Hulk when he's supposed to be destroying all mankind? So yeah, that's where he goes. So now we're going into Iron Man. Ah, my back hurts. Okay. So we're going into Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3. I mean, not Spider-Man. Iron Man 3. I'm looking at Spider-Man underneath. Oh, yeah, whatever. Okay. Iron Man 3. Which I should just do this from the beginning. Iron Man 1. We're gonna go backwards here. I didn't want to go backwards. We're going backwards. Iron Man 1. I didn't know what to expect when I first saw it. I'm like, okay, it's Iron Man. Okay. The guy they had play uh, War Machine. I didn't think he would be a good War Machine, and he obviously wasn't because they replaced him with Don Chino, which is a better selection to me. Because I was a big War Machine fan when I was a kid. I had a whole bunch of War Machine comics because the kids used to be like, "There's no black superheroes," and I used to be like, "There's War Machine." And I used to love War Machine, and they didn't care. They didn't know who he was. The title alone, War Machine, was cool to me. So anyway, Iron Man 1, the whole thing, him building the suit in the cave, where his heart's pretty much dying or gone, is amazing as hell to me. And obviously, that's the movie magic and the fakeness right there. You got my guy, freaking Jeff Bridges in this movie as a villain, which is awesome. You know, it was sold the thing. I mean, he's a pretty good villain. Uh, yeah, so, I mean, this first Iron Man, great movie. Iron Man 2, he's all flashy. He's dancing off of ACDC, which is a shit. Uh, the whole thing with the fighting the guy with the whips and stuff and all that is like, okay, what the hell's happening? I don't know. I just don't know. And there's like aliens somewhere. I think I might have got that mixed up with no, not part three. So anyway, part two was the part where he fought the guy with the whips and this and that and all that. Man, um, I don't know. I can't even tell you how I feel about it. Except for all the part with the ACDC. It's like the only part that's cool. Um, I mean, there's other stuff going on with Iron Man in this movie. I just can't remember it all really. It's been a long time since I've seen part two. I remember they destroyed his camp compound and a lot of stuff like that. He had to create a different suits. He had a different, layout for his suits, and he became the one that just comes together now that everyone sees all the time now. Instead of him walking into a suit and the suit clothes, and they always come out of his body now, which is crazy. Um, and movie magic. Um, so yeah, I'll say it's a great movie. Part two. I do. The more I talk about it, the more I start remembering it. There's some good stuff in there. Good battles and stuff. I think that's also where the girl ends up in his suit for a minute. Yeah, Piper or whatever her name is. So it's all right. Iron Man 3. Now we're doing three. Iron Man 3. Him fighting one of the aliens or whatever. The kid, or he has some kind of mental trauma, which is weird because you didn't see it in the Avengers, but in that movie somehow he's mentally ill about it. And there's the kid, like I said. Um, I don't know. I didn't really like three. We gotta be real. I didn't really like three. So I'm gonna put it where it was. There was a big good scene. The best scene in that movie was him and War Machine fighting side by side. I love that part. That was my favorite part in part three. Other than that, eh. Well, I guess for that I'll put it in good. So it's in a good area. Black Panther. Black Panther. Okay. The reason why about to make this decision with Black Panther is because to me, I think I have a problem with Black Panther. Now, if you watch my YouTube channel, I've Power Stone by SLK. I've mentioned it multiple times. I like Black Lightning show way more better than I like Black Panther, and that's because Black Panther seems so fake and racist, and nowadays it actually is racist. Because hey, Black Panther's a white guy now. For black people, especially in America, we talk about Black Panthers. You talk about a group that went around trying to help out black people, make school lunches for kids. They did so much stuff, man. The Black Panthers, and yet, and they represented Black pride most importantly. And but when you watch this movie, I don't see how people don't see it. I don't see how they don't see the bigotry in this movie. And it's just and the reason why I say that is because obviously you have Africans that actually do hate black folks. I've dealt with it in my life. They will say some stuff like, "Oh, what country do you come from?" In Africa. You know what I'm saying? If you're from Africa, Africa's a big place. It's got multiple countries, not just one country. No shit, Sherlock. You know what I mean? And I mean, I got stories, like that. It doesn't make any sense. But there's some Africans that are cool. They don't even trip. They'll tell you instead of just trying to judge you. And then they say, all this crap about resource. I don't have so many weird conversations, but they were treated differently too than a regular American black person. And that's how you know that all black people from America aren't really African because they don't get that respect to African. Plus, a lot of us don't look like African. We look like whatever the hell we are, which is probably Native American, to be honest with you. So, most 100% of it is Native American. They try to erase the black Native Americans. But anyway, so Black Panther, the black on black crime, which makes no sense. You got all these people that wants Wakanda because of he's supposed to be king again, and like he has to fight to be king, which makes no sense because in the Civil War he was automatically king when his dad died. That's what first part I hate about it. It makes no damn sense. That Black Panther and Captain America Civil War was a billion times better than the Black Panther in the Black Panther movie. Okay, even when he stopped the bad guy, he was a billion times better than this version of him in his own movie. Okay, then it's like you had the British guy in his movie. They got these other guys who's walking around with Killmonger, which is actually his cousin in America that was raised in America. And then when he gets to Africa, all these people that's trying to destroy Wakanda and they want the vibranium and all that crap, okay, all them people are gone. And then you got this dude, Killmonger, which is like, oh, I'm really the king of Wakanda, yada yada yada. What black person come from America and go to Africa? And go, oh, I'm the king. I run Africa. That's the most racist, retarded shit I ever heard of. Okay, I'm sorry. That's what I do not like. I wouldn't go to Africa and be like this. I've been trying to figure out because Africa's going, they're gonna know more about their country and they're gonna laugh at you because you're stupid and you don't know. Literally, think about that. You go to another country, they laugh at you because they go, oh, you're American, you're dumb, right? That's what's gonna happen. But the whole thing is, at first, that racist crap there. Like I'm saying, the Africans don't like American black people, so they're like, oh no, we hate you. Oh, you ain't Wakandan. You like pretty much you ain't African. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing. Oh, well, how come you go help us? Americans, da, 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 whatever. That whole crap was. That's what's really happening. And then later on in the movie, they fight this shit. Him and Black Panther came back to life from his ancestors and some stupid flower, and whatever. It's cool they had all the black actors together though. In that scene where there was some black actors I ain't seen in a minute, but they're in that whole scene where they're trying to fight for him to be king and stuff. I like the monkey guy or whatever his name is, the gorilla dude, whatever the hell his name was, and they had to go to him to bring back Black Panther. I like that character. You know, I didn't like black people riding rhinos. Like ridiculous. This is a racist movie, okay? And then so anyways, a black on black crime. And straight up. And then at the end of the movie, when they come to Los Angeles and they're like, oh, Wakanda's everywhere. And, oh, we're helping out American black people. That's the whole concept of the movie is to tell you about the racism between black folks. Whoever made this movie knew that there was a racist thing that happens or stigma that happens with certain Africans and certain Americans, certain black Americans, okay, within the black culture. They knew that. And they also decided, okay, let's just make a movie where we got some serious villains here that's all over the place, and they're all gone, and you just left with the one that's supposed to be related to you that's black, that you fighting. That's a black on black crime, okay? So, I didn't like it. Yeah, I had the movie for a minute. There was some fight scenes with I liked or whatever, but it's okay. I'm not saying it's a good movie. Shit. I would say it's bad even because of that. Okay, it is like, and then you gotta look at right now. There's a white Black Panther, which makes no sense. Yeah, I'm just sorry, it doesn't make any sense. And he's supposed to be the son of Chikada, whatever his name is. It doesn't make any sense. All right, and yeah. So anyway, Spider-Man: No Way Home or Homecoming. I have no idea which one it is. What the hell? What kind of Spider-Man is this? Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming. No, this is Spider-Man Homecoming. So Spider-Man Homecoming. Um, I like the whole thing of Michael Keaton being in there and being the Vulture, giant ass wings, picking up straps of all the wars. That's cool because it makes sense. There's all these property damages, robots getting destroyed, aliens, all this crap. Somebody's got to pick up all the weapons and figure it out. And maybe some regular ass people would pick up the stuff and make weapons out of it. So the bad guy character and all that whole element is actually pretty cool in the Spider-Man movie. Um, Spider-Man himself was alright. It's impressive. It's funny. You kind of get used to him because most people just like Tobey Maguire. To be honest, because that's why the other guy was only Spider-Man for 2 movies because people like Tobey Maguire more. So he did alright in that movie, and I'm still kind of pissed about the other movie, but either way, it was a good movie. I'm gonna say it's a good movie. Spider-Man Homecoming was good. The only part was the girl you thought was Mary Jane wasn't Mary Jane. The whole thing of him being the dad of the girl he loves and them having it out made it kind of epic. Made it kind of a good Spider-Man movie. Um, I like that part. I also do like the fact that there's not a Green Goblin element in these Spider-Man movies, unlike Tobey Maguire's movie and another guy, Garfield, I think his name is. I'm glad that there's no, um, yeah, the Green Goblin's played out, you guys. At least the movie versions. So yeah, we're moving on to Thor. Thor, the first Thor movie, it's all right. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's kind of boring. There's some boring stuff that happens, and he gets out of there, or Asgard, or whatever the hell. He's kicked out of Asgard. His powers are taken away. He's fighting. He's waiting for this giant metal suit person to come after him. He meets the humans. The one pretty girl from Two Broke Girls, the best looking one anyway. And Princess Amadama. Okay, and he's trying to socialize with them. He's being a normal dude. You know, and yeah, and then he ends up with his power. His crew comes. His brother's enemy. Um, and it's all right. I mean, I'll say the fight at the end is all right, but it's so slow of a movie at first. So it's a good movie. I'll say it's a good movie. It's not the best. Thor didn't really have pop out good movies until Ragnarok. But the second one I do like because of the fact that okay, the Dark Elves come. There's a whole thing with the Dark Elves and trying to figure out how to take them down. The whole thing on Earth with the humans trying to figure out what the hell's going on and coming together to fight with Thor against the Dark Elves is pretty cool. His mom dying, man, not so cool, but it's funny. Um, and there's this whole thing with Loki. Loki's, he betrayed him type of shit. It's just really crazy. It had Thor thinking some other nonsense was really going down, but it really wasn't. So Loki was kind of at his best, I say, in part two, and then later on in the Avenger movie, he was pretty good in that movie. Um, so, which is coming up. It's like pretty much because the first Avenger movie is a Thor movie in a way. Um, but anyway, so Dark One, I want to say it's great because I do really like this scene where they're fighting this big ass field and the ship is there and it's coming down and Thor is fighting the hell out of this dark elf dude and then they got the girl with her trainee guy, whoever the dude was, I forget. And that whole scene, the whole area of the movie is awesome. And most people don't like uh, the dark elf one, so I do. So I'm gonna put it in great. I mean, I own the movie. Probably the only one that owns that dark elf movie of Thor, and I like it. Like at the same time, I had bought that one when I bought Winter Soldier, because I like Winter Soldier a lot. I like both that and Captain America Winter Soldier. So I say out of one of my favorite Thor movies, that second one is actually pretty the best. Ragnarok is the best, of course. You know this is going to excellent because it is an excellent movie. It's like almost like Flash Gordon in a way. Like they went back. They found a way to make it entertaining. He's jumping from dimensions and different worlds. He's in the what do you call that? The stupid bridge thing that they use to get to Asgard. They falling from that in a place where Jeff Goldblum runs everything. It kind of looks like a whole planet. Hulk is there trying to destroy shit. Loki's afraid because he got bashed in the freaking Avengers movie. I mean, there's so much shit that happens in Ragnarok. Plus, his sister's a badass. You know, she kind of turns you on when you're watching it. She's like, you don't look like him. You sound like him. You know that bad. dialogue they made for this movie, it was pretty fucking good. The whole thing, the Hulk, that Bruce Banner doesn't realize he's been the Hulk for 2 years is the most amazing thing. But it kind of threw me off because I was like, how does he not know he was the Hulk for 2 years, and how did he end up on this planet? Because I had to watch the Avengers again to try to figure it out, and I still don't freaking get it. Even though they try to make it sound like, oh, this happened. How'd you end up here? I still don't get it. Good movie though, great movie. Uh, Thor Ragnarok's a great movie, but I still don't understand the Hulk crap. I never will. Okay, but I like him fighting the giant wolf. I like the whole part where they throw the music in when you're doing the lightning and stuff going on. There's just some stuff, and the whole God of Thunder stuff, all that jokes. Everything was perfect in Ragnarok for Thor. That's when Thor was at his best. So if you even look at the tier list now, you got the first Thor I thought was just good. It was all right. Second Thor I thought was great because of the whole elf battle stuff. I like it. I don't know, something about it. The whole part two is good to me. I don't know why. And then Ragnarok is freaking excellent because of the way it just tied everything perfect together. Even the way their dad died, it was like a pretty normal. It wasn't like tragic. It's a sad moment, but at the same time, it's kind of epic. It's kind of godly, like because he's supposed to be a god. How his essence just flows out and stuff, and the brother stood there looking like our dad's gone type of shit. And out of nowhere, this vortex opens and this crazy bitch come out. Like it's crazy, man. Okay, but yeah. So I don't know, Ragnarok and shit. So the Avengers, the first Avenger movie, they all come together. It's cool. It was the first Marvel movie I watched when I started watching Marvel. Because for the longest time I would not watch Marvel. The girlfriend I was with was like, you should watch this movie. You should watch it. And we had some kind of free thing with, I forget, was it? It was either Amazon or Netflix or some shit. It was something where I got it for free. And I watched it. And it was annoying watching it with her though, because she kept calling Hawkeye's Green Arrow, and I kept trying to explain DC nonsense and my nerdy stuff. You know, it's like he's not Green Arrow, he's Hawkeye's, and she's just not getting it. And it'd be cooler if they actually gave most of these. One thing about Marvel is they're trying to make it more human looking. But give them most of these guys their damn costumes so we know who the hell they are. You just throw villains around when they're really badass villains in the comics, and you don't know because they're dressed like regular ass people. Okay, that's stupid. Hawkeye is another example. He's just dressed like a regular dude with a bow and arrow, and you're like, who is he? But if you put that thing on where he got that big purple crap like in the comic books, then we would know who the hell he is with the H on top of his head. We go, oh, that's Hawkeye. Either make him even better and have some hawk wings with arrows in them or something. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. But anyway, so I like the whole thing with the Hulk bashing into Loki. Like Loki in their period. I like the theory they're talking about with the super soldier serum. I like the fact that there's history with Tony Stark and Captain America, even though Captain America is supposed to be 90 years old, but yet somehow Tony Stark doesn't like Captain America because his dad liked Captain America and made Captain America shield and then all that crap. And somewhere in here I gotta have freaking, did I put Agent Carter in here? Oh my god, I just thought about it. Where the hell is she? I just think about it. Oh my god, where did it go? Where did it go? I'll be damned. I missed one. I'll be damned, I missed one. How did I do that? Man, I thought I worked it out. I thought today, out of all the Thursdays I done did this tier list, that I actually got every movie, TV thing together. I missed one. Damn. How did I do that? How did I do that? Oh my god, we need Agent Carter. We, okay. No. Oh my god, I can't believe this. How did I do that? Wait a minute. This is crazy. No. Oh my god. Wow. I can't believe I messed up that bad. Because Agent Carter ties everything together with Captain America. It's ridiculous that I don't have her down here. I didn't think about it. I was thinking about like Gifted, the Inhumans, Runaway, all this stuff. Even freaking Ghost Rider. I was thinking like all these guys and Legion and stuff. And I was like, wait a minute. I can't believe I missed Agent Carter. As big as a dork I am with Captain America, you think I would remember this shit? Wow. Man of myself. Whatever. Going on. This movie is a great movie. Okay. Avengers, first Avengers movie is a great movie. Okay. Because of all this stuff, it bring them together. And everything in the movie. A good movie. WandaVision is like I don't know why they picked Wanda out of characters that was like side characters in the Avengers to because make her powerful. Maybe give the girls a character to like. I think they did it backwards. I think they should have went with Black Widow first, then made uh, WandaVision. WandaVision's okay because it copied all the shows kind of stuff I used to watch when I was a kid. Kind of like a Donna Reed Bewitched thing in the beginning, and then it turned into like I don't know, it was like I don't know Malcolm in the Middle or something, and like the Brady Bunch, and like her TV show crap. That's what it was turned into. And then like all the stuff on the outside was happening. It was kind of it was all right, you know. And they actually had the girl from Captain America in there. Like I said, the girl from Two Broke Girls. I can't remember her freaking name. The girl with the big boobs from a pretty girl. That looked like the normal girl you would bump into in high school or something. Um, I'm gonna say it's a WandaVision is okay, good. Nah, it's good. WandaVision is good show. Okay. Now most people don't like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but for me, as you probably already guessed, Falcon. I'm kind of getting mad at myself because I'm a Captain America fan. Okay, but so Captain or whatever Falcon and the Winter Soldier is like this. Okay, they put two characters together that has to do tie together with Winter Soldier with Captain America, and Falcon being given the shield after Endgame by Captain America, ancient Captain America, as you say, and deciding he wants to be Captain America, and Bucky trying to be a normal human. Winter Soldier trying to be a normal human now. He's not trying to be the Winter Soldier, and so he has to try to lean on the Falcon to try to understand that. On top of that, you're just saying, oh, there's an old black Captain America that no one talked about, which is actually um, the guy that played the Mantis, which is a show I used to love. I talked about a billion times on my YouTube channel because he's tied to so much stuff. And so they did a good job. I like the action in this movie or show, I should say. I liked both of them together, pretty good. And I like the suit he ended up with at the end, where he became Captain America. Um, okay, here's the real reason why I like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Besides that stuff, is here's this new Captain America. He pops out of nowhere and actually is the son of Kurt Russell. Um, you can't see it at first until you start, kind of look at the chin and the way he's Kurt Russell's son, just taller, I guess. But it's just, he his Captain America was something else. It just out of nowhere, he just started bashing the hell out of somebody with a shield, and I was like, holy crap, this is Captain America, fighting him and all that, everything that was going down, and that's was actually pretty good. No one talks about it. He only had one season, and I think that's sad. It was actually pretty good. To me, it was. So I'm not saying it's great. I'm saying it's good. Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier is good. It's not great. It's not excellent, but it's pretty damn good. And that's just my opinion, man. Um, so Loki, the first Loki, I say was good. It was good. But once again, Loki is based off of the fact, okay, there was a time travel element that happened in Endgame that I still can't figure out how. It doesn't make any sense. It's like to me, the time travel in Endgame put holes in the story, and somehow the story wouldn't progress the way it had if you went back and okay, here you dropped the Tesseract in front of freaking Loki, and then you did all this other stuff. Like that, it should have fractured the timeline. There should have been some other crap going on. And I guess that's what you would say would happen in Loki, because hey, here's the TDA or whatever it's called, the time agency or whatever it's called. So yeah, it makes sense that they're fixing the timeline, but at the same time, it's like I have no idea. See how time travel confuses the hell out of people. It's like I think the only thing I think that does time travel right is Back to the Future. So, and this is like, what the hell? So anyway, I like Loki. Loki's a great TV series of Loki. Loki's a great TV series of Loki. So, Shang-Chi though, right? Now, here's the problem with Shang-Chi. You know, there's not really a problem with him. There's a problem that they didn't promote him like every other superhero movie. They actually dogged out the Chinese guy, yo. Okay? Because like this guy should be fighting freaking Iron Fist. He should be doing all this crap. Pretty impressive. Actually, what's her name? Akathina. I kind of liked her in this movie. She's more calmer. She's looking at her friend like, "Oh, I'm in love with this dude." You know, it's kind of a love story between them two. At the same time, you get to see mythical Chinese animals and stuff. Uh, this whole big old fight to fight his father and stuff, and his sister's some kind of assassin as well. The big fight in the bus. I like that big ass fight he has in the bus. The martial arts fight. And then one in the building, which I have no idea how his sister saved Akathina. Um, I don't know. I believe that it got underrated. They pushed it underrated under the table for some stupid reason. But Shang-Chi should have been up there, like Thor, like Captain America, all that. Just put him like okay, let's. So it's like why try a character that people don't really know unless you're a comic book fan and give him like one movie where he's not really getting the media that he should. Like there should have been way more stuff going down, but no. I think he got the short end of the stick, and I'm gonna say his movie is pretty good. But I'm still gonna say that he got the short end of the stick. He should have been up there. You know, like I don't know. There should have been more of those. Um, Black Widow the movie is excellent. It's excellent in so many ways. You know, they're showing the hotties. Well, anyway, their families all spies. None of them is truly related. The girls are in that stupid place where they make them warriors and they got rid of their nookie looking thing. Um, I don't know who this person was. They called me. Um, and then at the same time, um, the dad kept saying he fought Captain America and stuff, which is actually kind of funny if you think about it. Like I said, if you watch the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there's a black Captain America nobody knew about, which means her dad actually could have fought Captain America, but not Steve Rogers. You see what I'm saying? So, anyway, great movie. Great movie. Um, it's shitty though because, and this is why I said WandaVision should have came after Black Widow. Black Widow should have came out before y'all. And this is where you dogged out a great female character. She's even, you know, and I mean, I'm not gonna say I love watching Captain Marvel, right? But at the same time, it's like, yo, Black Widow's a shit. She's like the main face of Marvel if you think about it, because there was so many. She's been so many movies. She's in Iron Man. She's in Avengers. She's in freaking Captain America movies. She's all over the place, but yet you don't see her in her own movie until way later. They put Captain Marvel out, and it's like, okay, yeah, she's cool. Don't get me wrong, but yo, Black Widow should have had her own movie. She should have. Look, if Thor, Captain America, the Avenger movies, and Iron Man all had three movies, she should have had three movies. You know, now they got like four movies, whatever. If you want to call some of them four, because Captain America is retired. He's an old fart somewhere. You don't know. Okay. Iron Man's dead. Yet somehow there's still suits getting made and shit. You know, Thor's still around. Now he's some kind of, I don't know what the hell Thor's supposed to be now after the other movie. But anyway, it's just like they did her wrong. You know, much as there's so many fans. I never, there's actresses that come out, and then they're always it girls. At the time, every guy likes them. They talk about them. I'm being honest. I'm trying, and hopefully, if someone's watching this, they pay attention. This is where you guys can make a lot of money when it comes to female actresses. Guys talk more about female actresses than girls do. I'll just be honest with you. And so when you have female actresses that are in a superhero movie and stuff, everyone talks about Scarlett Johansson. Okay, they say, "Oh my God, she's so impressive." So she is a beautiful woman, right? But we all have the ones we like the most. But with this girl, they talked about her so much, and no one's really talking about Brie Larson. Okay, even though I like Brie Larson a lot, I liked her in Scott Pilgrim and some other stuff. But guys talk about her. She's their sexual fantasy. So it's like they lost a lot of money they could have made with Scarlett Johansson. Seriously, Marvel lost a lot, Disney, whatever, because everywhere you go, I had an argument with a guy talking about her when I was talking about Simon Hoyek, and they're like, "Oh no, Scarlett Johansson, she's the most beautiful woman." For what? Why? What has she done? She's just attractive. She wears tight leather suits. You know what I'm saying? Scarlett Johansson. This is my argument with the guy, and I was trying to explain to him how Simon Hoyek went to Africa and breastfed a kid that was dying, and I thought that was motherly, a beautiful thing. And I said, Scarlett Johansson did nothing but wear a tight leather suit and look sexy. So I was like, it's obvious why you like her. I get it. Yeah, every guy likes the girl that's hottie, whatever. But I was talking on a more human world, humanly thing. To have compassion like that is a great thing, and that's why I like. I was explaining why I like, Simon Hoyek, and they were talking. He was talking about Scarlett Johansson and just. I mean, you're not saying nothing no guy has never heard. Every damn actress we always talk about, and guys, I mean, when we're talking to each other, we're always talking about how sexy they are, or how I try to, oh, I would do this one, or I'd do that one. And because of that, this is why Marvel made so much money with some of the movies. But if they would have made 3 Black Widow movies, they wouldn't be going bankrupt right now, or they wouldn't be going through money where they have to give actors pay cuts and all this crap. Honestly, and they banked the wrong females. They put money into Captain Marvel, and people don't really understand Captain Marvel because even the guy character in the comic books, nobody was really reading Captain Marvel, Okay, and then when it comes to Scarlet Witch, okay, yeah, you backed her, she's pretty cool. You put all your energy into WandaVision, and then after that, freaking Wanda's not even half as great, man. I'm not even gonna get in there. I'm not gonna talk about that right now. But that's where I'm at. They backed the wrong female. So you had 3 that you could have did something with. You did, but the one that was the main face, you gave her one movie. And as much as people talk about her, no one's and the guys when guys talk, I don't ever hear no guy talk about Wanda. How they say, oh, she's attractive and this is that, and they talk about how the movie was cool and stuff. But no one's talking about, oh, I would do it to the actress. I forget what her name is. She's one of the Olsen twins or whatever. The Olsen twin sister. I forget what her name is WandaVision. But guys don't really talk about her. It's like no one's talking about Brie Larson either. Okay, maybe some, but everyone's talking about Scarlett Johansson. I just don't get it. To me, it's like that's a done deal. You obviously know the hot chick or whatever. You wouldn't have put her in every freaking Captain America movie, every Avengers movie, every freaking Iron Man movie. Come on, man. You know, it's stupid. So they lost money. They dumb. That's why Marvel movies are failing with Disney. And so yeah, I don't even know why I went on this rant. Just go with it. Okay. Somebody should have gave Scarlett Johansson an award, like tons of them. They should have gave her a whole shitload of movies as Black Widow, whatever. Put her poster up everywhere. Guys be like, yeah, they'd be dads, granddads, uncles, cousins, and little boys, all going, oh, Scarlett Johansson, because they're all obsessed with her and they want to make babies. And then every girl would probably start trying to be like the Black Widow because they're like, oh damn, guys like Black Widow. And we all would have had Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson clothes, run around, everybody be happy. And that's the bottom line. I'm done talking about Scarlett Johansson and the Black Widow. So, moving right along. This is crappy. So this What If was pretty good. This is an animated series where they're doing the What Ifs. And this is why I'm mad because I don't got Agent Carter here, man. I can't believe I forgot about Agent Carter, man. That is crazy. I really can't believe it. Oh, so that's She-Hulk. Agent Carter has some kind of cover that's kind of like She-Hulk. Um. Anyway, so here's what happened. This What If is pretty good. I'm gonna say it's okay. It's a good animated thing. Um, Agent Carter's in it. That's why I started talking about her. She's playing British Captain America. Um, there's some other stuff. You just have to watch it. I can't really explain it. I do like the animation in it. They kind of use that animation with the new Predator movie, and I like that style of animation a little bit. It kind of a little odd in some ways, but it's actually pretty cool. Cool. Um, yeah, I think What If is something you have to experience for yourself if you haven't seen it. I think it's okay, and so that's where it's going. Moving on to Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes, the TV series, where there's a girl Hawkeyes. Uh, she's actually pretty damn good. I like the part where freaking Black Widow's sister comes in. She goes, Kate Bishop, and they're talking and stuff. It's actually funny. It's pretty funny. Um, I wish they would have made a sequel. There's not gonna be a sequel. I heard. They actually have her at the end of Miss Marvel, which is weird. It's like she's supposed to be making some Young Avengers. I don't think that's coming out either. It's like I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. They're canceling so much stuff because they should have banked on Scarlett Johansson and some other people. But that's done and over with. But so this thing, I like, and I like the Kingpin's is in this movie or TV series. I like the whole fight on the ice ring. Um, there's so much stuff that is cool about Hawkeyes that it could have been successful as a series, but we only got one. And like I said, Kingpin's in it, makes it great. The history that Hawkeyes went through this crap, and then he was Ronin, which I don't know how that happened. I must have missed it somewhere in the Avenger movies or something. There's whole different stuff going on that I didn't pay attention to because, and you know why? It goes back to me saying if you make character with one movie with one character and just not have a bunch of characters, the whole character would blow up. But because they had Hawkeye with Hulk and Thor and Iron Man and Captain and all that, right? I missed all that shit. I wasn't paying attention. He became like a lesser known character to me. I didn't realize it until I watched Hawkeyes. I said, oh shit, I didn't realize that happened. Oh man, that happened. What the hell? How come I missed that? Because Captain America and Hulk and Thor and all those people were more interested than the guy that just shoots arrows. And that's just the truth. So that's why he needed his own shit. He should have had his own movie. Just like she should have had her own movies instead of just one that they made way later. He should have had his own stuff. So anyway, that's how I feel. So it goes in great because I actually enjoyed it. And I enjoyed the Kingpin was in it. And it's kind of a Christmas movie in a way. So it's pretty good. Now this Eternal crap. There's this guy I know, and he kept saying, "Oh, people think just because I like superheroes and stuff, or Superman or whatever, that I just like all superhero crap." And probably put my foot in my mouth saying this, but they think I like all superhero stuff. And they try to get me to watch the most ridiculous superhero crap. And they keep going, "Oh, I got the Eternal, I got the Eternal." I try. It's so stupid. It's so boring. I can't watch this freaking movie. And don't get me wrong, got all the hotties I like from my gen. Okay, you got freaking, like I said, Simon Wegg. You got Angelina Jolie. And you got, I can go on with some other people. Okay, but you know what? I hate this fucking movie. I'm sorry, I can't stand this. This movie's terrible. It's bad. It's horrible. It's the worst of the worst. It doesn't. I mean, I seen. Look, the only way I ended up figuring out this whole movie because I'm telling you, I could not sit there and watch that Lucy Liu in this movie. Like all the women I liked in acting, and I can't stand this freaking movie. I can't stand it. I don't know what it is. It's so dull and boring. These creatures, they're supposed to be mortals. Then they turn out to be robots or some crap. I have no idea. I fell asleep trying to watch it so many damn times. I mean, like literally every time I try to watch it, I can't stand that movie. So it's terrible. It's so sad. It's like this wasted opportunity. You know, I'd rather watch Angelina Jolie as freaking Laura Croft than watch this crap. Because she acts way better in that movie than this movie. And I'm not saying her acting is bad. I'm saying the whole storyline is bad. And so it makes her look bad. The same thing with freaking Simon Hoyek. He shouldn't have shot people in so many movies, man. Desperado, and she that one movie where she was in a hotel by herself killing a yakuza. That's a badass movie. I mean, these girls done did some good movies, and you put them in a crappy ass movie. Like what the hell is happening? So it's just that movie should have never got made. I'm sorry, and they're using it as an introduction to try to bring Adamantium in, because later on you find out in what is it, Captain America, the new one. Yeah, it's just it's oh man, that's just the most horrible ass movie. Bad. Sorry, you screwed up again, Marvel. So right now I'm gonna take my break, my animation, if you will, from because this is a long ass tier list and I'll be sitting here for a minute. So I'll be back after these messages. Okay, I'm back. They go to the bathroom. Okay. I'm not excited about it. Okay. So, there we go. So, like I said, the Eternals was garbage. And it's garbage because imagine this book is terrible. It's just terrible. Okay? It's just like they picked a. I guess like to try to do like. Because I mean, some people didn't know Guardians of the Galaxy. And then they made their whole Guardians of the Galaxy thing. It blew up. But this wasn't going to blow up. This Eternal crap wasn't going to blow up. No one knew who they were. And then you put some of the best actresses and things. Maybe they'll watch it because you got Angelina Jolie and Lucy Liu and you know all these other actresses and things. And it was garbage. This is a bad freaking movie. You know, and the guy they try to say is like Superman and whatever the hell. It's just bad movie. They should never made it, and they should never make a sequel, and they probably will because they're stupid. Um, so this one's Far From Home, I think. Yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home or whatever. Garbage. Nah, it's not garbage. This one's alright. This one, I mean, it's like, I think this is the one. Wait. Is it the Far From Home one or is it the other one? Let me see. There's another Spider-Man movie right here. So wait a minute. Where's the Spider-Man movies? Crap. Okay, I did this one. So that was Homecoming. And so this is Spider-Man. What the hell? What's going on now? Okay. So this is the Spider-Man No Way Home. Okay. And I think the No Way Home one is the one where Spider-Man is actually. I'm trying to remember it. There's so many different Spider-Man craps. Uh, anyway, I think this is the one where all the villains from other Spider-Man movies come together and he fights them or something. Um, because we already did the one with Mysterio. Which I can't. I'm looking up here. Let's see. Where was it? That was the only Spider-Man I covered, I think. Oh, no, there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is the one with all the villains and Spider-Mans. All the Spider-Mans come together. This was an excellent movie uh, because they actually brought back Peter Parker that we know as um, Tobey Maguire, and they brought back the other guy, and you know all of them working together is a pretty good Spider-Man movie. That one's the best one. Okay, of those things, I mean, there's not too much I can say about it. Just bringing them together. I like the part where he starts to realize because he doesn't have no Green Goblin, and he realizes the dude's personality switched into some evil shit. He can feel that evil energy. He's like, oh crap, and he's walking around, and all of a sudden he's like the only Spider-Man sensing it. You know, that was pretty cool. Um, I do like all the crap between the Spider-Mans was pretty good in that movie. Even the whole thing how they were all tripping on what's the name's webs and stuff. And good movie. It's a good movie. That one they thought over. They thought more. You can tell when they really thought a character out. It's because they'll figure out ways to talk about the powers, talk about some of their little history, tie in some other stuff, and it makes it more interesting and have action enough for the character. Um, but sometimes you're gonna say, okay, they didn't think this at all, and you end up with crap like the Eternals. Okay, like seriously, that's pretty much why the Eternals is where it is. So, yeah, that was a good one. So Spider-Man, let's see, this is Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. I put this one up here. A great movie. The Doc Ock thing is the best thing ever. The whole train thing is my favorite scene, where he's got all the webs and he's pulling the train and everybody sees him and they pull him in. It's kind of touching in a way. This guy saved everyone's life. They pull him in. They worked hard on that movie. Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire is the best freaking movie. Okay. 3, I didn't like because here you got the dude from that '70s show being Venom. And I had a problem with that because some crap when I was a kid. I read a what if thing, and they were saying that Eddie Brock was the strongest human in Marvel without the Venom. He's the strongest human in the Marvel universe. And they were saying that, he was 6 foot, some crap, whatever. But when they made the third Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, for some reason, whatever reason it is, uh, Venom has to look almost like Tobey Maguire. So it's like dude from that '70s show. And I was like, wait a minute, what the hell? But they did follow everything damn near to the T when it came to the original Spider-Man and Venom comic, where he went to the bell was in the bell tower and the stuff came, all that stuff. They did pretty damn good following the comic pretty well with that whole element of Venom and Spider-Man. Um, then the whole once again there's stupid crap with the Goblin. They call him New Goblin and other stuff, but I guess he's supposed to be the son of Green Goblin. But they didn't even do that right. The comic books, Son of Green Goblin pretty much is Green Goblin. Um, Sandman coming in, I think it's overkill. You got Venom, you got this New Goblin, and now you got freaking Sandman. But somehow the New Goblin becomes a Spider-Man ally, and they both trying to defeat the Sandman as well as Venom. So part three is like overkill on so much stuff. So it's okay. I didn't really dig it that much. So there's a lot of people talk about it. Oh, but no, I don't want to watch that Spider-Man. I don't like it. Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is good because Jamie Foxx is all right. He's all right in this movie. He's pretty good acting. He's playing like the Shocker or whatever. I forget what his name is exactly. Um, but it's a good one. So I put it over here because it was pretty damn good. All the stuff in there. I didn't like the Rhino guy at the end of the movie. It's pretty crappy. I think that's the one where Gwen dies too. Um, so yeah, all right. It's pretty good. Um, the first one I didn't like at all. I didn't like it at all. I'm gonna say I'll put it here. It's okay. It's not the first Amazing Spider-Man is okay. Okay. I didn't really like it that much. I did like, but I do like what I did like about the Amazing Spider-Man. It just seemed more like Spider-Man. He was like, oh, he did jumping and doing everything and stuff, more lively acting than Tobey Maguire, and still at the same time a little bit better than this Hollis guy that plays Spider-Man now. So in a way, he was that Spider-Man in the suit was better, I think, than the other two. But Tobey Maguire, he did the Peter Parker better, I say. So Tobey Maguire is a better Peter Parker, and so him being Spider-Man makes sense. So he made Spider-Man perfect because he's better at being Peter Parker. He looks like Peter Parker. Okay, he is Peter Parker. Okay, and then when you get to Amazing Spider-Man, this guy, he's more of a better Spider-Man. If you watch those scenes where he's stopping the dude in the bank truck from robbing the bank, he's doing his web shooting, swinging around backflips and stuff. That's Spider-Man. That's Spider-Man. Now when you get to this new element of Spider-Man, which is the Tobey Maguire, not Tobey Maguire, but Hollis dude, uh, Spider-Man. Here you got a Spider-Man that's kind of like, he's created kind of by Tony Stark, and he did his fake hero thing without it before, and I don't know. I mean, they make the live action scenes kind of Spider-Man. It's probably not the same as Amazing Spider-Man was. And then I don't know, it's just he's a good Spider-Man in ways. I just don't like the suit being robotic type of shit, and then him being the legacy of Tony Stark is like, come on, man. I just don't see that happening with Spider-Man, but they made it happen. Um, but I think it's overkill. It really is. Okay, and then they took the suit away from him and got the suit back. And he had this whole thing going on in game where the suit's got fucking extra arms. I don't know. But it is what it is. So, original Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire. I'm gonna say is also a good movie. I'm not not gonna give it a big props as an excellent movie. Uh, I had to warm up to Spider-Man. You know, when I was younger, back in the day, our Spider-Man used to shoot what you call webs, but would really be a giant rope. It was so cheesy, and he was shooting from a watch, and his little silver ass watch that don't make these guys no more. And he was just like, boo. It was like, he had this real curly hair type of shit. And it was like, I don't know, that was the old Spider-Man, like around Incredible Hulk time and all that. Or should I say, uh, Lou Ferrigno Incredible Hulk time. You know, Bill Bixby, whatever. Um, but yeah, so when they made Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, it's like, okay, this is the first Spider-Man in I don't know how many years, and let's see how he does. So they had to warm up the Spider-Man. So the first one's a good one. You know, it just took time to get used to Tobey Maguire. After a while, it's like, oh, he's Tobey Maguire. There's another thing I didn't like about Spider-Man. I think it was three. Is the fact that he didn't want to be Spider-Man no more. Like, what the hell? Like, and then he turned his back while people getting their ass whooped and stuff. It's weird. Venom. Venom was an excellent movie. Venom's an excellent movie. So we're talking to this alien in his head. He's going crazy. Um, I don't know what the eating crap is all about. You know, the Venom eats stuff. So I guess Eddie Brock is eating people. This weird character. They did it pretty good though. And I say this Venom is way more impressive than this crappy Venom in Spider-Man 3. So way impressive. Love the first one. Now the second one, here's my problem. Carnage. Used to be my favorite Marvel villain was Carnage. Because of the Maximum Carnage comic book series that ended up being a video game, Maximum Carnage. There's music about Maximum Carnage. I was obsessed with Maximum Carnage. Carnage, as I just said. Maximum Carnage is what the series was, but the character Carnage himself, Cletus Cassidy, badass character in the comic world though, not in the movie world apparently. And it's sad. Once again, wasted opportunity. Now Marvel, this is a Marvel movie, but at the same time it's a Sony movie. And here's what's bad about it is that whole Maximum Carnage thing, they could make that happen. Okay? All you gotta do is kill Cloak and Dagger. What? They have a Cloak and Dagger series. Okay? That's originally what made Maximum Carnage such a threat. Is he was able to kill superheroes and no one killed him before then. And he comes out and he kills Cloak and Dagger. And then it brings forth all these other superheroes that's coming together with Spider-Man to take out Carnage. And then you got other villains coming out like Double Ganger, which is like a Spider-Man with looks like Spider-Man with 6 arms. All this stuff. I mean, if you don't know Maximum Carnage, I don't know where you've been on this toilet earth, but you need to read this whole series. Okay, but he's my favorite villain, and so there's so much stuff that they could have did with him, and I was even excited that Woody Harrelson played him, which was perfect. Cause I used to always think like who would be perfect Carnage, and I would come up with stupid actors at the time. But I would have never thought of Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson was perfect, and man, it was like a sad opportunity that they wasted by killing him off. We should have never killed him off. Because then now you can't really do all the symbionts. There's a symbiont thing. And there's different ones. There's girl ones and there's guy ones, different colors and stuff. And Carnage is like one of their leaders. It's like the two top dogs of the symbionts. Because there's like, I think there's like 7 symbionts altogether. But Carnage and Venom are like the main ones. You know? Well, I don't know. Either way, it didn't. They blew him up and killed him off. I hate that shit. And so, it's still a great movie. I just don't like the fact that they didn't give Carnage. Not just. I mean, I said he's more screen time. I'm just gonna say that they didn't give Carnage more of a lifespan to make a sequel. No, nothing to show that he could be back. They just blew him up. The Kingdom Come and it's over with. Done. No more Carnage. And that's stupid. This is where I really believe Marvel and DC and all these people need fans. Like, I need a fan a critic section or a review team to talk about the characters, to give people an idea about the characters, and say, okay, this is what people really like about this character, and then maybe the movies will come out way better. Because right now it's just like up and down, you know. So Daredevil, the original Daredevil TV series from Netflix, right up here, excellent. So when I found out about Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and what's his name, Iron Fist, I didn't know how to start watching them. So I started with Daredevil. And I didn't think I would like this. I hate the one with Ben Affleck. I hate that movie so much. And except for I like the rain thing where they showed how he could see. And I like that part with Ben Affleck. But in this Daredevil, man, this guy, this actor, so if he's not blind, he's selling his ass off on this. And you know, obviously he's not, but he did a damn good Daredevil, man. I'm like, this is the best Daredevil I've seen. And I say that I don't know. I really like this Daredevil, but I like how if you watch it and it shows that one female character or something, she goes off and then she meets Jessica Jones or something. They all tie together through this one character, uh, one black character. I forget her name. And then Predator later. I'm not Predator, but Punisher later comes in tied with all that, and he's even better too. So it's just Punisher used to be one of my favorite Marvel characters when I was like 16 and stuff. I really liked Punisher. Um, and this Punisher is pretty good, but I still think Darth London's Punisher was the best. I'm sorry, that movie back in the day, we killed a lot of Japanese people. But then the story changed. This one's more military. The Frank Castle from back then was more of an ex-cop whose family died, and he went on a killing spree, punishing all kinds of wicked criminals. It just makes sense. You know, Punisher's idolized now by people in law enforcement, which is weird, uh, but it's the truth. Moon Knight. I didn't know nothing about Moonlight until I watched this movie, and I love it. I love it. Um, man, there's so much crap. Well, it's not even a movie; it's a TV series, and I didn't think I would get into it. Like, I'll watch it, see what's happening. It sounds like a fake Batman character. Man, there's so much crap going on in Moonlight or Moon Knight. It doesn't make any sense. He's like a dorky dude, don't know what the hell's going on. He's just this superhero dude. He got multiple costumes depending on which of his personalities has it. Then the big twist at the end, which is even more crap. I'm not even gonna get into the big twist at the end. But then all this whole crap with these gods, these Egyptian gods, and then the girl is his wife, and he didn't know she was his wife. But the other personality of him did know it was his wife. There's just so much shit happening. It's just a man. This is actually pretty freaking great. Moon Knight's a great show to watch. Yeah, it blows your mind all this crap that's happening. And I like how they threw in the Egyptian mythology, and I like how they took time on making his costumes look pretty cool. It's a really good show. That one they did good. Okay. Now Doctor Strange and the Marvel madness or madness of the whatever the crap. Okay. And this is where Wanda comes in. Just the whole part where Wanda comes in the beginning, and Doctor Strange is in there with all his allies, and they're going to defend this temple from Wanda. That part all drove me crazy because within seconds she's wiping out everybody, and they're all supposed to be equally strong in magic. And it doesn't make any sense how fast she wiped them all out. And then it was like, oh, let's now we're gonna mess with this girl who's some kind of interdimensional teleporter who's named America, and she's going from here to there, and then this. But I mean, you can see the Evil Dead elements in this movie. You can tell that Sam Raimi made this movie, and at the same time, Bruce Campbell's in the movie. He does his whole hand slapping routine where his hands alive, but you can tell he's old. It doesn't have that spark like it used to have, you know. But because of the fact that Sam Raimi made it, and I'm a big fan of all his work, um, I'm gonna put it in a good category, but I don't dig some of the crap with Wanda. And like she goes to another dimension to find her sons and stuff, and she's trying to take sons from another Wanda from another dimension, but it's still Wanda. None of it makes sense. It's worse than the time travel confusion because they're going all these dimensions. It's confusing the hell out of me. And then Doctor Strange was dead. They came there, he died, or she killed him, or I can't remember how the other Doctor Strange died. But they were able to bring him back as a zombie to kill. It's just all this crap was happening. It's just so much stuff. But then again, it's confusing. So I must say it's a good movie. But I don't know. There's something about it that drives me nuts. And this is actually in order because after I did watch this one, this stupid show did come out, Miss Marvel. Different than Miss Marvel I remember from the comics with the black suit and whatnot. But once again, this is like a cultural thing. So now she's Indian Miss Marvel. She's in school and stuff, and they gave you enough time to understand what was going on with her family, how they don't like superheroes, and she's obsessed with Captain Marvel, and but her powers are like I don't know. She got these bracelets things. This is a thing where every superhero has bracelets or something, and I don't know. It's a good show. I liked it. I'll say it's okay because I mean like it's not bad. There is a time traveling thing going on in here too. I think something about the past and stuff because they show how she got the or how it's part of her family, the bracelet thingies, some crap like that. And then she's got her little boyfriend dude that runs around and all this crap. But then they tie in the Marvel's movie inside the damn show. So you're like, oh my god, there's a Marvel movie going to happen with Mr. Marvel and Captain Marvel. But there's so much stuff that happens in there with her hand stretching and proms and girl that hates her, regular, you know, high school kid movie stuff mixed with superhero stuff. So I mean, it's not bad. It's okay. So we get to the question about Thor: Love and Thunder and Guardians of the Galaxy are in the first part of this movie. Uh, they try to be funny. It doesn't look funny. Him staring at him all awkwardly like Kurt Russell as Zeus being butt naked and stuff, or at least the other way around. Because and he's talking about orgies and all this crap that no one cares about. And yet there's Christian Bale running around here trying to kill everybody with a sword, and he's a god killer, which should have been way more impressive. Um, I don't like the fact that Natalie Portman or whatever her name is uh, was dying of cancer. I mean, it's supposed to happen or whatever, and she's supposed to become the female Thor, which was cool. I think they should have played on it a little bit more. Maybe made another movie where she's still the female Thor. Instead of just having her one and done. She's in this movie. This is the only time she can do it, and she's dead. I think that was weak. That's the weakest thing. Because at least make it like to where they're a couple and they're a duel, kind of like Ant Man and the Wasp. And you would have Thor and female Thor in the second movie together. Missed opportunity again. They could have made blockbuster money. Um, really stupid missed opportunity, I think. But it was all right with that stuff. The Rock dude is played out. You should have got rid of him after Ragnarok, or after the what was it, Endgame or whatever, when they invaded the ship. They should have got rid of him a long time ago. Him and Gleep or whoever the hell. Those characters are not that important. Seriously, and they should just like got rid of them because what the hell they got to do with Thor? Like honestly. So I didn't like that character still being in the movies. That's just the most annoying character ever, the Rock dude and the Gleep, and it was funny in Ragnarok, like I said, but to carry him on, it was just come on, it was lame, and I don't know. Then the whole thing with the little girl who's called Love was actually his real life daughter. I thought that was cool. At the end, okay, he's got a little daughter, you know, but so many things is just they're trying to be. It was like they're trying to be like Ragnarok, but you're not Ragnarok. You can't redo that magic. There was some kind of element with the actress. That's what made it so good. It was the actress that played his sister, and then you had Loki. Yeah, this perfect element. Like there's some family drama of some powerful bastards, and then here you got Hulk, who's even more powerful. Oh, let's throw in the Valkyrie chick. She's powerful. You know what I mean? Which she's kind of played out too, because she's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they should get Scarlett Johansson her own couple movies, because even that girl, yes, she's all right. I think her name's Thompson or whatever, but they're playing her out too. She's all over the place in all kinds of shows and movies. So anyway, Thor: Love and Thunder. It's sad to say it's okay. It's not up there with all these other Thor movies. It should be. They missed the opportunity to destroy some stuff. Like I said, Natalie Portman should have been freaking the female Thor to like two, three more movies, and then you kill her off. Not just all in the same movie at once. So where's the love at? Because they loved each other. You think you could actually see that as Thors? It would have been more interesting, but they didn't. They were more focused on trying to be silly and stuff while there's some kind of serial killer god person. Weird stuff. The Defenders is okay. It's okay. They brought Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Ironheart, whatever. I hated Ironheart in this shit though. I hated him in this show because all he did was whine, and then there's the Foot Clan or the Hand, the Hand, not the Foot Clan. They're pretty much the same thing. And like we get this guy. I'm the Iron Fist, and he just ruined the whole damn thing. He's supposed to be one of the most powerful ones because he actually has superpowers. Next to freaking oh well, Jessica Jones is super strength, and so does freaking Luke Cage. Luke Cage is actually more invincible type for super strength, but yet I don't know, man. This Ironheart, I did not like this dude, and so that gives me back to Ironheart altogether with this show. And I'll say once again, it's okay because he's not. The second one I kind of like better. It was like he's passing on his Ironheart crap, but we haven't seen you do any damn thing really as Ironheart. So I was like, why the hell are you even passing on your stupid powers? I don't get it, man. It's like I don't get it. So I don't know what Ironheart's problem is, but that's where he's going. Okay, Punisher's going in excellent. The Punisher show was pretty good. I liked it a lot. Um, and it just deserves to be an excellent category because there's nothing bad I can say about it. The Punisher show. It lived up to my expectation, especially after seeing Daredevil. Him and Daredevil fighting is actually pretty good. So that brings us to Luke Cage. And Luke Cage I liked a lot. Now, I'm talking about black superhero shows. This one I really liked, and I'm kind of mad that it ended because I was liking it a lot. Yes, he was kind of changing his life views. He went from trying to be a straight lace, old school brothers type style to almost becoming gangster and running the club, the Harlem thing. I liked it that one. Okay, once again, I like that one, and I like Black Lightning. I just don't dig Black Panther because I don't know something about. Like I said, I already explained all that. I'm not gonna go back into it. But yeah, so this is great. Jessica Jones. The first one was good. The second one I didn't really like. Um, she used to be, you know, Luke Cage's side piece. So Jessica Jones is good. So I'm not gonna say it's good. I'm not gonna say it's super or whatever. Now everybody hates She-Hulk. Now I have no idea why, except for the fact that she's not doing her Hulk stuff. She's not smashing. She's not bashing. The best part is her and Hulk training together, learning the powers. Her getting her powers from Hulk through blood transfusions, kind of stupid. Um, I do like the scenes where they copied the old style Hulk stuff, where it was like she's like pretty much Luke Ferrigno. I do think the court scene where she made her first villain is stupid because we don't even know who the hell is Titanus or whatever the hell the girl's name is. It's stupid. Um, I'm not saying the whole thing is stupid. Everyone hates it. I gotta say it's a little humorous in some ways, but yet annoying in other ways. she's getting set up by these dudes. And the funny thing about it is, I thought about it like that's more realistic. If you're a person who has something that makes you popular, like she's like a Hulk, so she's kind of a celebrity, and she's a Hulk lawyer. Uh, so people were all like interested in her, and so yeah, there would be guys trying to take advantage of her, trying to say she's messed up and stuff. I can relate to that because I got it going on right now, and I'm all over the place, on the internet all over the place. So I go with that crap. So it's like, yeah, I can understand someone sabotages you like that, which happens to her with this men's club, and the men's club leader at the end is trying to take her out. That's realistic. I didn't like the part where she has to talk to Kevin, and Kevin's a robot. Was supposed to be Kevin Feige. Um, and it's stupid. Where she jumps through the damn. Uh, I don't know if that's a Disney Plus thing or a Netflix thing. You know, that part's kind of stupid. It is some stuff that was really dumb, and then the whole woman, oh men, this and that, and women this and this. I'm so sick of hearing that. I hear that every day. To put it into a movie is more annoying. So She-Hulk, I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm saying it's okay. Everyone else will say it's bad and hate it and terrible. I can't do that because why? Like I said, I can understand some stuff when it comes to the villain stuff, and yet I think some stuff is really funny in it. And especially when Daredevil's having sex with her, it's the whole Daredevil thing. And well, he don't show him having sex, but the whole thing with Daredevil coming back, like he came back in a Spider-Man movie, I can't remember which one, and then he comes back in She-Hulk wearing a different costume that was in the comics at one time, and then they had a big fight in the parking lot or whatever on the roof or whatever, and she got her suit on. It's kind of cool, and that whole thing I like that part with them. And so yeah, it's okay. If not, people hate it, whatever. I'm saying it's okay. I am Groot. The little thing for kids is cool. We gonna say it's good. Who says okay? Little kids like it. Groot is cool. It's like I said, you little cute character. You got Groot and you got Baby Yoda. Okay, and that's what it is. Groot, and you're gonna give him okay. The Marvel Legends was all right. I actually liked it. It was a pretty good little animated thing. Um, put it up here. It was all right. So it's good. Now here we go. Here we go. We're getting to the nitty gritty, people. We're getting to the nitty gritty. We've covered a lot of Marvel characters so far. Anyway, so Morbius. The Morbius movie, I think should happen a long time ago, back when there was Tobey Maguire, because he's a Spider-Man character, Spider-Man villain if you don't know. And the reason why I say that because we still had Blade movies back then, which oh crap, I forgot about Blade. Damn it. Damn it, I forgot about Blade. I read this. Oh man, I thought it was just Agent Carter. I forgot about Blade. Damn it. Whatever. Damn it. Okay. Whatever. Morbius wasn't that bad of a movie. Okay, I actually like it. Um, but he should have been because Spider-Man originally found him. He was a scientist who was able to make himself into a vampire. I think, and then Blade actually came and tried to kill him, thinking he was a vampire. So you should have tied him in all that together with Tobey Maguire in Blade. So it should have been a long time ago when they should have brought Morbius into the comic or movie scene. I used to always talk about him too. I used to be like, oh man, Morbius. And so when they made this Morbius, I had to think about it because I was like, well, wait a minute now, he's not exactly the way I remember in comics and stuff, but it was impressive. I like the Batcave thing. I like kind of some of the stuff that's going down, how he attacks people and stuff. So it wasn't a bad movie, and I really don't know where to place it. I can say, okay, it's a great movie, but I can say it's a good movie. I can say it's okay, but then I'd be kind of lying to myself because I did kind of enjoy the movie. So I'm just gonna say once again that this is a good movie. So this is the best way I can come up with trying to put it on the tier list because it wasn't that bad of a movie. It's just, to me anyway. I mean, once again, this is all my opinion. You guys got your own opinions. But it wasn't really that bad. I just don't know where to place it because it's a character I actually did like. And I've been waiting for a long time for them to make a Morbius movie. And it has to do with Blade and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Because I'm telling you, them three together would have been comic gold because it happens in the comics. And it didn't happen it's another missed opportunity. Wakanda Forever is the most racist thing I ever seen. I'm sorry, it's so racist. It's so bad. Now that I think about it, I might have to move Black Panther to bad and Wakanda Forever to terrible because because it doesn't make any sense. Because okay, you wait for Neymar to come in the scene, and he's supposed to represent Mayans or Aztecs, I think, and pretty much represent Mexico and South American people. And what's so stupid to me is, okay, so yeah, you got vibranium in Wakanda, and everybody wants to destroy Wakanda once again, like in the first movie, because there's no king again, right? They should never made this movie. They really shouldn't have made it. The first one was like, okay, we already know that he's a king, and now know what the place is safe. Wakanda's safe. He dies in real life. Let's make a sequel. Makes no sense. Oh, let's make a girl king. Makes no sense. Girls usually called queens. Okay, and so it didn't make any sense. And I know where you got Mayan Mexicans or whatever coming swimming across the ocean. They got vibranium too, which makes no sense. If they have vibranium and Wakanda has vibranium, why are they fighting together? And then why in the hell can he, I don't care how powerful or whatever creatures these people are supposed to be, these Mayans or whatever are supposed to be. There's no way in hell they're supposed to swim all across the ocean to Africa to fight some damn Wakandans. Is this the most racist shit? So let's just put black people and Mexicans together and have them fight. That's what it pretty much it seems like to me. I think the most impressive thing though was because Wakanda's whole society changed in this movie. When you watch it, it doesn't look like the same thing from the first movie. It looks like something totally different. Um, at the same time, the underwater stuff with society, with Neymar's society, the Mayans or whatever, cool. I like that. I thought that was pretty cool. The history of him, pretty cool. So if you separated that from Wakanda and Black Panther, it would have been a better movie. And he just made his own movie separate from Black Panther. Okay, and then the whole we gotta go find a scientist. We gotta find because when they put Ironheart in the movie, and you don't know she's Ironheart until now, of course. But we gotta find a scientist, and she's making Tony Stark robots and stuff. And it was just like, okay, what does she do? It was really a pointless character because everything's focused on the Wakandans and the Namor people, the Mayans or whatever you want to call them. And so it was just really stupid ass movie. And I'm just saying, like, if they would have made it just about the underwater people, I would have watched it. That'd have been cool. Then you would have had um, Hispanic Aquaman, and then the fight with her and him at the end. So stupid. There's no way in hell she would have won. I'm sorry. I have to disagree. She wouldn't have won that fight. So I say this is a bad movie. It's so far bad. It makes no sense. It's just the only cool part too, the little boy at the end. Oh, he's a son of Chikata, whatever. That part is okay. But this to me is like this is bigotry hidden behind a superhero movie. Okay, so I don't like it. Um, let's see, what was this one called? The Wolfman or whatever, the Wolfwood whatever it's called. This is good. Watched this a couple times. It's a great movie. It actually reminds me of some of the old horror movies like Frankenstein, Dracula, and stuff. It's pretty cool. Um, Even the way they filmed it in black and white, which is the only Marvel movie we got here that's filmed in the old black and white style. Uh, there's Man Thing in there, which is the Marvel version of Swamp Thing, which I could never figure out. But they made him seem pretty cool in this movie, even though he had a small scene. Um, but him and the werewolf guy knows each other. Uh, it's crazy, so it's worth watching. It's pretty good. It's crazy though. There's so much stuff in there. And then the best part about it too is like how he's able to convince everybody that he's this legendary bloodline of like monster killers when really the whole time he is the monster. It's crazy crap, man. It's really good though. You guys gotta watch it. A werewolf movie. Anyway, the Christmas thing of the Guardians of the Galaxy is good. It's really good. They bring Kevin Bacon back to outer space. It was pretty good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Oh, it's a good movie. And then they got the Mantis girl and what's his name? I can't remember his name right now. The other bad guy or good guy, whatever his name is. They were fighting each other drunk and stuff. It's hilarious, man. Quantumania, Aquaman and or Ant Man and Quantumania, I like a lot. I say it's an excellent movie. Most people don't like it. I have no idea why. Kang the Conqueror's in there at his best. Um, they go down to the microverse place. To me, it's almost like the Ant Man version of Ragnarok in a way. It's actually pretty cool because you're in this whole place. It's 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 like a journey to a whole nother world. Not just another world, another universe. And there's like all these viruses and things are alive. You know, get Bill Murray in there somehow. They don't explain why there's so many tiny human people in this different universe, but there is tons of them. And then it's like just the special effects and everything was great. I liked his daughter, the actor or the actress in that movie. She was pretty good in that thing. I liked how once again Michael Douglas he makes a damn good superhero character for an old man type of character. I like how they all became family. It's pretty good. I don't know. It reminded me of like Honey I Shrunk the Kids or something, um, like a futuristic version of it. Um, I like Quantumania. I thought it was pretty good. And the whole thing with Kong the Conqueror, Kane the Conqueror, or whatever. I liked that stuff too. It was great. It was such a great thing. And then I don't know. Plus, it has to do with Loki and stuff too. So, whew, man, there's a lot of tier list. Okay. So, I liked that a lot. Um, where are we at? Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3. It's so touching with the raccoon man, and his whole reason why he's mad. The girl he was in love with, which was like an otter. They go to a planet where there's people, and this whole guy, this collector dude, the bad guy. Oh, yo, perfect movie. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Once again, like the other Guardians of the Galaxies, I'm gonna say it's an excellent movie. Didn't really like Warlock though. Didn't think Warlock was a cool character. And then this whole thing where him and Star Lord and the girl, she don't recognize him no more or whatever. But it was pretty good, you know. So I like that. Um, I don't know. It was a great movie. I don't have too much to say about it. Um, Secret Invasion. Samuel Jackson. You know, Nick Fury. Good movie. I'll say a good show. I'll say people don't like it. I don't like the alien aspect of it. I do like the espionage type thing in it though with the aliens. Um, I'll say I like the thing between him and John Chino's character. The stuff they're talking about having heritage, the race thing. Once again, you throw a lot of race stuff in these movies when it comes to black people, so you have to be very aware of what's going on. That's why I say Wakanda Forever's racist. Black Panther's pretty much the same thing. And now this one I have to give it a little bit of credit because of the fact that they're hitting some good points, key points. Um, I do like some of the fight scenes between the aliens and Samuel Jackson and stuff, especially this one towards the end, and they're in that damn building and stuff. And then there's the whole thing with the girl. She's really like the superpowered version of these aliens. Um, I don't know. There's just so much shit happening in Secret Invasions. I'm gonna say it's okay. I'm not saying it's bad. It's okay. It's not horrible, but it's a Samuel Jackson flick, so it wasn't that bad. Now this crap here, this Craven, it's garbage. It's such garbage. It's so bad of a movie. Like I totally forgot he was a Spider-Man villain. And you watch it, it's like not impressive. Somehow he's got the power because the damn thing, lion's drool or whatever, got in his veins. It's so stupid. And then there's like his dad's a Russian mafia, his brother become something, and then there's this girl out of nowhere that he's in love with. And it almost seems like they copied a Spider-Man love story or something. But the love story did not seem real. It didn't seem unique with this guy's girlfriend. Um, and then the fact he's hunting now, and they went to Africa, and everything in this movie is just weird. It's like a bunch of pieces of other movies put together to make this movie. So Craven is a bad movie. It's such a bad movie. I wouldn't watch it again if you paid me to. That's how bad it is. Okay, I am Groot. We going up here. He's a good little guy. He's a good little guy. I am Groot everywhere. He's a good little dude. And yeah, that's another Groot movie. I think that's another. I don't know if I've actually seen that one, but yeah. Deadpool 2 is a great movie. And Deadpool 1 is a really good movie. Um, I might have to say, I say it's a, well, I ain't gonna lie, I seen part 2 more than I seen part 1. Even though part 1, I'm gonna switch them around like this. And so, nah, the hell with it, we know they're excellent movies. We're gonna say this one's excellent. Part 2 is excellent. 1 and 2 is excellent. They're excellent. Okay, they're damn good movies. Okay, and they're, I don't know, Daredevil's, I mean, god dang it. Daredevil, Deadpool, Spider-Man, they all look the same. But no, Daredevil, god dang it, Deadpool is actually a pretty damn good series. And I like the first one because he's working with the X-Men and all this, and he's trying to. That one's got a lot of more heart because he's trying to get back the way he looked so he can get his girl back. Part 2, he's trying to get his girl back too, but he wants to die. And I think people misses this element. I tried to explain this to a friend of mine. We were watching Part 2, Deadpool 2, and I was trying to say he's trying to kill himself. He wants to be with the girl, but he can't die. He's immortal. And he's like, oh no, he's not trying to die. Literally ran in front of a freaking semi truck to kill himself. And all this crap he's trying to do to kill himself so he can be with this girl again. And they don't see that. If you watch it again, see what I'm saying? That's why the song is so sad and stuff. In the beginning, and it's sung by Celine Dion, and he's trying to kill himself. That's why he's on the bucket, all the barrels, and he blows up and stuff. People don't get it, you know. But because of that, excellent movie, excellent movie. This low key season 2. Now, this is the only TV series out of the whole tier list here where I have multiple things. Because I already got Loki up here. Where was it? Loki right here. So I already got Loki the first season up here. So the second season has its own thing. Which you wouldn't get that from any other stuff like Daredevil or any of that, even though they have 3, 4, 5 seasons and stuff of all these different guys. But, Loki season 2 is also going in a great section because I didn't expect the way it ended. That was like shocking, but at that moment where his foot hit this fake stair that's not there, and he started walking, and he started grabbing all this crap. You know, you're like, damn, now he really is a god. You know, before he didn't, you couldn't really tell. Yeah, he could do the disappearing, he could turn into people. You know, he would piss Thor off and everybody off. But when he finally started hitting hit thin air, and there's the steps there, they ain't there. You're like, okay, he's a god now. And he finally transcended. And then to sit down and actually is amazing, good stuff. That was great. Everything with and this is why I don't like the fact that they got rid of Jonathan Majors. He did a damn good job as this Kang the Conqueror, not just in Loki, but in Quantumania. Um, I forget what else he was in. I think that's pretty much it. He was in Quantumania and in both Loki movies. Unless I'm missing a area he was at in somewhere. I'm trying to think. I don't think that's it. Either way, he's just a damn good Kang the Conqueror. And I think they should have gave him his credit for that. You know. Um, but yeah. So we come to this Marvels movie, which is stupid. I think they. This is what I'm saying. Okay, you had her by herself in the first movie, and here in the second movie, you tied a young Miss Marvel, and then this other girl, and they keep calling her uh, Black Girl Magic, which is stupid as hell. Um, I didn't like that stuff. And the planet where they sang is stupid. The cats eating everybody was the most oddest crap I ever seen. It was like some kind of weird wannabe alien remake with cats. It was the creepiest shit. And it was like, I'm just like, no. And then they just kept throwing Samuel Jackson around, and he wasn't really doing nothing. It is so freaking weird. I don't get it. I don't get it. So, I don't know, man. To be honest, I wouldn't watch it again. I wouldn't watch this movie again. And at the end of the day, they're like, the girl ends up in another dimension, and like their powers were switching. There's so much crap they tried to throw in that didn't work, and then like they forgot about it somewhere that that's why you can tell it was some kind of bad writing. They should have just gave Captain Marvel her own movie by herself, and then continued the Miss Marvel second season, and then whatever just going on with this Rambo girl, gave her her own little thing, because she was already in WandaVision before she ended up in this movie. So it doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna have to agree with you guys that this is a bad movie. You know, it's just bad because they try to do something that should have never probably been done. And it doesn't make any sense. So with this, I am gonna take a quick break. Have to come back later, bathroom stuff like that. After these messages, I'll be back. mic ain't on. My bad. I realized that. So now I realize I messed up trying to explain stuff that I'm tripping on. Like I'm saying, Echo's a damn good show. I like the Native American thing. I like the whole everything. I like the fight with Daredevil. I like the fight with Hawkeyes. I like the whole Kingpin thing. That goes to shit. So that's why it goes up there. It just needed subtitles. Madam Web, I was saying, Sydney Sweeney's hot as hell. I didn't even know who that was because she's a new type of actress. Beautiful girl, and so is the other girls. I thought that was a good movie because of the fact that, you had this woman that had these psychic powers or whatever, and her dad, and the whole thing with, well, not her dad, her mom, and the whole thing with the South American people that kind of look like Spider-Man anyway. This guy that's a villain that can see the future and all kinds of stuff. So I put it up there. I didn't even realize my mic was off. So I'm wondering how long my mic's been off. It's pretty bad. So I don't know. Well, maybe I'm sitting here muttering the whole time and no one's understanding what the hell I'm talking about. But you can obviously see where my tier list is. Damn. Damn. So anyway, yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine. Now I don't know what it was. Maybe because I haven't seen so many Wolverine movies. I wanted Deadpool to shut the hell up in this movie. Okay, other than that, I mean it's a good movie. You can watch it. I got so tired of hearing about Marvel Jesus. It's like, okay, we got it the first time. Why are you still saying that? It's not even impressive anymore because you're not doing anything to. I don't know. I just didn't like Deadpool in this movie, and it's a Deadpool movie. Yeah, the whole part in the beginning where he picks up his grave and he's fighting people with Wolverine's skeleton. It was kind of cool, bringing the Backstreet Boy music into it. It was alright. It was like a callback to Marvel or X-Men 2, or X-Men 1, I think it was, where they originally played the song when it originally came out. Um, I don't really dig the whole. I mean, goddamn, they fucked this movie up. I'm not gonna say they fucked it up, okay? I'm trying not to say that, but I just didn't dig Deadpool in this movie. I like the whole thing, him going to different Wolverines and different timelines. A little tiny Wolverine where they show you what he would really look like in film, which was actually kind of funny. I like the fact they got X-23 back. I really like Professor Xavier's sister. The stuff she was doing, wow. Now that'd be something if you put her up against Professor Xavier himself. That's crazy. And if you had a big fight between Professor Xavier, Juggernaut, and her, because they're all supposed to be related to Professor X, that'd be crazy. And even more if you put Legion in there. And I'm not even talking about Legion right now, because Legion's somewhere down there at the bottom. But it'd still be cool if you tied all of them against Professor Xavier. Uh, I like them. I watched the movie twice, so it means I really did like it. It's just I wish what's name would shut the hell up. And then the part where he thought that there's a part where he's like, oh, they're both thinking it's Captain America, but really it's Johnny Storm. That shit's hilarious. That was hilarious. It's oh my god, we don't know this guy. And that part's hilarious. And then you were able to put Blade in there, which was awesome. Oh my god, there's Blade. You know what I'm saying? Blade's in the movie. And you're like, oh my god. And man, it was crazy, man. It's going up there. I didn't, I'm not saying I hate it. I don't hate it at all. I like that Gambit's finally in the movie. I think this Gambit's head's like he doesn't have a neck or something. Uh, I like the fight with all the Deadpools. Um, so much stuff is happening. Then the TVA. And then now they're saying that Ryan Reynolds had a problem with the girl that played his girlfriend. That's why you don't see her in the movie. Had a problem with the other actor that was the bar guy. And so you don't see him. They're saying that he tried to make nice pool after the director that slept with his wife. So much not negative crap. But somehow they pulled off a good movie. they just need to stop this guy from writing lines for himself. Because god dang it, I swear to God, I got so tired of hearing about Marvel Jesus through this whole movie. And then after that, just other crazy shit. And so I like the part where Wolverine just started beating the crap out of him in the car because he was getting tired of hearing his nonsense. And it is Hugh Jackman is the shit as Wolverine. There's no other actor better to be Wolverine. Okay? It's like if Christopher Reeve was still alive, would you still want him to play Superman? Yes. It's like if you still had freaking uh, Michael Keaton be Batman, yes, you still would want that. But end up Michael Keaton left, had Val Kilmer for a while, and now every other Batman is something else. You know, George Clooney should have never been Batman. I know I'm talking about Marvel, but still, he should have never been Batman. X-Men '97. Moving on. I haven't seen it yet, and I did see a little preview that killed like Cyclops or somebody, and I'm thinking, whoa, this isn't the X-Men I remember in '97 or '90s. I think it was '93, '94 the X-Men cartoon came out. But yo, they weren't doing this over the top, killing people stuff. You know, I'm gonna say it's okay because I haven't seen it yet, but I know how I used to love that cartoon. I actually sat back and recorded everything on a VHS tape. Like every episode. I didn't miss one beat. If I seen it already, I wouldn't record it. I recorded the next one, so I had the whole tape, full everything with the whole Sentinel battle. I like that one. But this is grown up, not 21st century crap where everyone's violent and perverted and nutty and no one's got good morals or pious. Oh man, I'm going through changes today. No one's got pious nature. It's just all crazy. So I'm putting it on Cat because eventually I will watch it and it'll be something good. But I'll just put it there for now. So we have X-Men. Which X-Men is this? Is this the first X-Men? I don't think so. Um, there's so many X-Men movies. So I don't know which one this is. I think this is the first X-Men movie. First X-Men movie. I liked it, but I'm not gonna say I never thought it was excellent, great, none of that. I'll say it's a good movie. Well, I guess I'm putting it here. So it's a good movie, and the only reason why, hopefully you guys can hear me over this air conditioner, but it's pretty hot. I just had to open the door for my cousin or whatever, and it was pretty hot. I didn't realize I'm sitting in a hot room like this, and I just got all comfortable, so this was so weird. And I'm drinking freaking coffee, I don't get it. I never adapted to the 90-degree weather. This crazy shit. It is horrible. But, okay, so, first X-Men movie is a good try. I mean, because of the cartoon, the original cartoon, not this '97 version, X-Men was really popular in the '90s. So when you make part one, it's pretty good. Um, so it became something. It became something pretty good. Now, which one is this? So this is Wolverine Origins, I think. Or is this part two? Let's see. No, so this is part two. So Wolverine part two, I like a lot. Why do I like it? They thought it out, man. They thought this Wolverine part two thing out, man. And the reason why I say that is because it has a silver samurai, and something about how they film Wolverine movies, man. Okay, he's in 1942. They're about to destroy Hiroshima. He's inside this freaking thing. He's like calling the guy, "Hey, come here, man. You're gonna survive if you come here with me." And like, the damn radiation's tearing his body apart, and he just heals and stuff. It is just so cool how they did that scene. And then there's like so many other stuff going on with him fighting on top of trains and every freaking thing in that movie, man. It was great. This to me is one of the most. Oh, plus the whole thing with the bear. Like he's walking in the woods. So I don't know why I like that scene so much. And he's walking around. He's marking his territory on every tree. And then the bear comes, and the bear's doing the same thing. He's just like rah or whatever, right? But then some hunters kill the bear. He comes into town. Who killed the grizzly bear? And he's like, I don't know why I like that scene. They just start killing everybody. It's a perfect movie, man. So Wolverine 2 is the shit. Okay. And then the secret with the Silver Samurai. The whole time the Silver Samurai is actually the dude. They think he's dead. They had a whole funeral for this cat. The best mystery ever to tie in and actually make it work in a superhero movie where it didn't look cheesy. Because they try to do that now in some of these other movies, it looks cheesy. But in that Wolverine movie, it didn't look cheesy at all. It was like, damn, this is what really happened. You're like shocked at the end. You're like, oh my god. And then they cutting his claw off and all that, Oh my god, they're drilling into his things. Oh, it's crazy. Best Wolverine movie. One of the best. Now this is the best. Um, so this was X-Men 2. I think this is X-Men 2. So X-Men 2, I probably got confused, but I can't see half this shit half the time. But part 2, I'm gonna say it's good, you know. But there's nothing really stands out to me in X-Men 2, except for one thing. I went to see it in the movie theater, and at the end of the movie, there's all the big flood. She's holding the water back. She's taking the Black Hawk and she's making it go up, you know. And at the end where they show the pattern in the water and stuff, I'm like, holy crap, it's Phoenix, right? And people are like, shut up. I have back in the day, I used to go to movie theaters, I would yell shit out and don't even know what the hell I'm yelling out, and people get pissed off. But in this case, I would yell out, oh my god, it's Phoenix is coming. Like, what the hell? And I'm like, shut up, shut up, right? And they don't know nothing about comic books. And I'm sitting like, oh my god, Phoenix is coming. And then I was so pissed. And then they made us garbage. X-Men 3, man. The X-Men 3 movie. It's garbage. It's so garbage. The only thing cool is Magneto, of course. Magneto's cool with all of them, And so, X-Men 3, I can't put it in a good area. I mean, even this thing with the guy, his son is actually a mutant, and that's showing the angel cut his wings off, and I can't give it no props, y'all. I want to say it's bad. It's just bad, okay? It's just the baddest of the X-Men movies. Juggernaut looks so retarded in that movie. And then, Kitty Pryde's alright, which is like, think Kitty Pryde is freaking Elliot Page or whatever. And it's just, oh my god. Then there's the part where, okay, it became a whole Jean Grey thing. Let's show Professor X and Magneto walking around, acting as a team together. It looks so cheesy after we've seen Magneto as Magneto and Professor X as Professor X. I just don't know why they did that. It's so stupid. And later on, they changed that whole scenario up, and they used a new Magneto and a new Professor X to go find Jean Grey. It was stupid. And then the bridge thing with the whole, let's take the Golden Gate Bridge, let's move it over Magneto style. Wolverine's killing Jean, he's all crying. Oh, let's not forget the fact Professor Xavier explodes. Why is Professor Xavier exploding, man? What kind of crap is this? Who the hell would explode Professor Xavier? Like the man, he exploded Professor Xavier, and then you found a way to bring him back. That's how you know they know what the hell they were doing. You're gonna kill off a badass main character and then bring him back. So like, what was the point of that? Professor Xavier died so many times now, I don't lost count. And that was the worst, the stupid of the stupid. They're blowing him up out of nowhere. Wolverine's like crawling on a ball, tripping. I forget what the hell Storm was doing. It was so stupid. I don't even want to get into it. But anyway, moving on, because now I'm pissed about that. So, X-Men Origins Wolverine. I like this movie. And I'm putting it up here. Hold on. X-Men Origins Wolverine is going excellent. People hate it. Like once again, people hate it, but if it wasn't for that movie, you wouldn't have Deadpool. Because that's the first time Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool. Uh, you got the Blob in there, which is cool. I've been wanting to see the Blob, and that's the movie they gave us the Blob. Um, it also showed that him and Sabretooth were like family, man. You know, and I like that version of Sabretooth better than I did in the X Men movies, which was he was all right. Sabretooth, he looked more like a comic, kinda, just a little bit. But this one was better because they gave they. And I could, I said they did a good change by making him more like Wolverine. Because then it makes it say, this guy is my enemy, but he's my brother. So I could respect that. It was good because usually that's how it always happens. You're like brothers with somebody, and that dude becomes your enemy. And this is the perfect movie. Uh, so I mean, there's so much stuff. So these two movies together, just Wolverine and Origins, X Men Origins Wolverine, is like my favorite Wolverine movies. We got X Men movies. Like I said, too many characters, too much bullshit. You know, but the two Wolverine movies alone, perfect, perfect. Okay, and you can watch those all day, every day, and I own both of them. Actually, I own all these movies right here. Except for I don't own some of them I own, I don't. You know, pretty much own all the Captain Americas really. So and Guardians of the Galaxies and whatever else. So anyway, um, so here we go with this new Phoenix movie, which they try to do it again. Phoenix does not need to be back. It's like movies that keep making a crap of that you don't need to see. Is oh man, I did it again. I forgot the Fantastic Four. God dog it. I forgot Blade. I forgot Agent Carter. I forgot the freaking Fantastic Four now. I just don't want. I just thought of that. It just hit me out of nowhere. I dug it. Alright, well anyway, this is what we're working with still. Okay. Maybe I'll do a tier thing with just those characters and tell you which ones I like. Okay. Or those movies. And that way we'll talk about those ones. So, Dark Phoenix sucks. They ruined it. It's bad. It's horrible. I'm tired of Phoenix. They should never keep bringing her back. They're gonna keep doing it because they're trying to follow the old comic book thing, and it's not gonna work. I think this is another bad movie. Even though they have Professor X and all this stuff, I like. I'm tired of Phoenix, yo. I can't stand Phoenix. I didn't like her when I was a kid. I don't like her now. It's just like, okay, she's just a sorry character. Yeah, Jean Grey is fine on her own, but when you make her Phoenix, it's just like, come on, man. It's like, come on, man. No one wants Phoenix, okay? No one wants Phoenix, okay? I'm sorry. Logan, this movie's so damn good, okay? I don't know, it feels like a Western. That's another thing, too, about Wolverine movies. They feel like you're watching cowboy movies with the dude with blades for some reason. Like when she's in that farm in part 2, or no, or part Origins or whatever, he's in that farm with that couple and they give him the jacket, and somehow it feels like a Western somehow, I don't know. There's a lot of crap that happens. Anyway, this movie's so damn good. Logan is man. His daughter, the whole thing with the everything, man. Wolverine trying to protect freaking Xavier. You know, it just is so much, man. It's like, in a way, it's kind of like father, son, and daughter, granddaughter type of situation. But then it becomes this like freaking fight to survival of Wolverine, the fake Wolverine that came in and killed Professor X again. Wolverine, everybody killing Professor X, man. It doesn't make any sense. It's I don't know, man. It's the best freaking. It went out perfect. They did that good movie. And the New Mutants that came about, that was in there, that was pretty good. I liked it a lot. So that brings us to the next one. New Mutants. Yeah, there's New Mutants in Logan. And Professor, or Laura, daughter. She's one of the New Mutants. But the movie New Mutants, I don't even know how to explain it. I watched it. And it took me a minute to realize that the werewolf type of girl is actually from X Force or X Factor. I had to watch it twice. I was like, see something about this character and a name, and I was like, oh, that girl. So it was like, I used to have X Force, X Factor, Weapon X, all the shit backs in the day. But I don't know. I like the Russian girl character. I think she's the coolest character in there, next to the other character girl or whatever. Um, so I don't really know how to explain New Mutants. I don't know. I mean, when I'm saying I'm not explaining, I don't know how to decide on what I think New Mutants should be. I gotta like, turn this air conditioner this way or something. I don't know. But yeah, I can't decide on what I would say it would be placed in. Because I mean, it wasn't. It's kind of a bad movie, but it's not that bad. Um, the fact that they're all in a nut house type of thing, or I guess you would say like a foster home or some crap. I don't know. I'm just gonna go on and say it's okay. I'm not saying it's I don't know. It's okay. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay. So this is X Men First Class. X Men First Class is a great movie. So great. X Men First Class is a great movie because they show all this stuff with Magneto. Let's just be honest, Magneto in the new younger versions of Magneto and Xavier is the shit. I mean the actor is cool. I mean come on, he's in Prometheus, he's Magneto, he's in all kinds of other movies. That dude's a good actor, but he does Magneto like nobody's business. So First Class is awesome. There's a lot of stuff that happens in First Class. I don't like how they did change Mystique though and made her like Professor Xavier's, adopted sister that he adopted. I think that's kind of stupid. Um, but other than that, everything else is good in that First Class. There's some actors I like that should, like the Darwin guy. I think he should have lasted a little longer. Um, there's other characters I think that should have lasted longer in the first movie. So that brings us to let's see. Yeah, it would be Days of Futures Past. Days of Future Past is a good X-Men slash Wolverine movie. It was still an X-Men movie, but with Days of Futures Past, I like the whole concept of Wolverine going back in time. Um, damn it! So now I got too many things to go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. Come on, go up. Um, go up. Keep going up. I got all this. Bam. Days of Future Past is an excellent movie. Okay. I think we made the movie tier list. So, yes, Days of Future Past is an excellent movie. I like they got Bishop in the movie. He's only in it for a short time. Uh, and then I like the past and the future Wolverine and at the same time Professor X and they managed to put them all together. Uh, Man, there's so much shit I like in this movie. I like how he wakes up and he's got regular bone claws. Or whatever. It's just like, it's so interesting in the movie. And then how he gets tied up and chained up and then he gets found by the striker guy and that's how it started the whole Weapon X project. Like somehow that was supposed to happen. Uh, Everything, man. Even the little midget dude. I can't remember the name of the actor. But he's cool. Or little person, sorry. Little person. It's actually pretty interesting. I don't know. I like that one a lot. And this didn't. Once again, the Mystique thing is stupid, but Magneto's a shit. Fighting Wolverine in the past, in the future. They're taking out X-Men that need to be taken out. And so I like it. It's an excellent movie. It's one of my favorites. Apocalypse is another one. It's not going in good. It's going up to excellent because, man, that was a good movie. It was a real good movie, man. The that's the one where that is the one where what's the name goes and he runs and he saves everybody in the academy. Uh, Quicksilver. I like that one a lot. Uh, Everything about it was almost like the original X-Men TV show. Even the whole thing with Apocalypse brainwashing Xavier, but he needs Xavier to be one of the Four Horsemen. Uh, that was damn good movie, and I own all those X-Men movies. So that's and Wolverines. They got to. That one's a good one. I don't know what to tell you. You want to watch Apocalypse. There's so much. There's the whole thing where Magneto's floating in and Quicksilver's like, you're my dad type of shit. But he doesn't want to say it. You're just looking at him. There's so much things that's cool with Magneto. I think that's where too his daughter dies. And, oh man, I don't even know what to say. Between Wolverine and Magneto, and the coolest damn X-Men's in the movie series. In the comic books, it's a whole different story. You got X-Men and stuff that can outdo all of them. But they need to stop making Magneto the main bad guy because there's other ones like Exodus. Exodus would be cold in the movie, but they ain't gonna put him in there yet. You know, I talk about it on my YouTube channel. But yeah, that's crazy. So here's the original X-Men animated series. I'm putting it in great, where exactly where it fell. It's a great series, worth watching, way better than I say the only two good superhero shows back then was X-Men and Batman animated series. I mean, there's other ones. Spider-Man had a good automated animated series too. I used to like watching that one. Fantastic Four had one. It was funny. All I got from that was that song. They go flame on, and on. And they try to make Johnny Storm a rapper. It was funny as hell and stuff like that. But yeah, this you gotta watch. If you watch the new one, '97, whatever. It's stupid. But if you watch the original one and the original music and Xavier and Magneto doing a thing, you can't beat it. It's a work of art, animated art, uh, best voice actors, best storylines. They took great skill Fox did to make that. You know. Oh wait a minute, I didn't forget the Fantastic Four. Damn it, I thought I forgot the Fantastic Four. Now I kind of wish I did forget the Fantastic Four. Oh my god, I'm crazy. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'm on the Fantastic Four. So, okay, this is the second Fantastic Four, so let's just move this one up top. We're going to the first Fantastic Four movie. I'm sorry, I didn't like it. I did not like it. I thought it was dumb. Um, I'm not even gonna tell you it's good. I'm gonna say the first Fantastic Four movie is pretty shitty. I can't even say it's okay. Cause it's like I wouldn't watch it again. And it was the whole thing with Doomsday. And, I'm not saying that Captain America ain't cool as Johnny Storm, but whatever. I thought I forgot it. Dang it. Anyway, Captain America is or Johnny Storm, whatever. Okay, this stupid movie. I have no idea why I can't stand it. But yeah, I mean, the dude that played Ben, he's an actor that's been in so much stuff. He played in Blue Shield or whatever. He's in freaking The Wise Guy. He's in so much stuff. A lot of you guys don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. But anyway, he's always been some kind of protagonist and a good guy character. So I mean, it was cool as Ben. Jessica Alba, I like her a lot. Which I don't know what happened to her. I like her a lot, like Dark Angel, I like her in Idle Hand, there's some other stuff I like her in. But as Sue Storm, I don't know. It's just cool to look at her. She was a girl. Um, I gotta put Fab Four down there. So I don't want to put it in bad though. I guess I'll say okay. It's okay. If there's nothing else to watch, it's okay, I guess. If it was End of the World, no, yeah, it was. The Fantastic Four. Okay, go ahead and watch it. In the comic book world, I'm telling you, Fantastic Four is tight. I love Reed Richards in the comic book world. I don't know what it is with these movies though. I can't dig it. I don't know what it is. I do like this one though, with the Silver Surfer. Okay, and I'll say it's good because the Silver Surfer looked good. They messed up on Galactus, of course. Um, I don't know. I really like that one more than I like this one. The first one was just like, okay, come on, let's stop this already. Before you even get into it, I'm talking about let's stop this movie. But the second one, yes, the second one's pretty good. Now the one people don't even remember is the one that had Michael B. Jordan. Before he was in Black Panther 2, he was in Fantastic Four playing Johnny Storm, which is odd because he's supposed to be Sue Richards' sister. Well, in this movie, Sue Richards and Johnny Storm are like I don't think that she's adopted because I think the dad is black or something. Somehow one of them was adopted or whatever, or they're like half brother or sister. It doesn't make any damn sense. But the movie mostly focuses on science. It really, it goes from science scene. I watched it the first time, and I said, okay, this is awesome. And then when I went back to watch it, like I don't know, a year or two later, I realized that there's nothing really going on but science in this damn movie. They're building stuff. They're like getting together. They're shit. Like here you go. Here's a tool. He's slowly falling in love with Sue Richards. Or Sue Storm. I don't know. Reed Richards is falling in love with Sue. You can kind of see it happening. The freaking dude's trapped in the fucking place. He's turned into Doomsday, or Doctor Doom. Uh, yeah, the Doctor Doom outfit is crazy in this movie too. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, they tried to make it epic. I don't know how it failed. I'll say it's an alright movie to watch. So it's something you should watch as a Fantastic Four movie because it's a little bit more action packed, but mostly science. These older ones are more comedy, but they try to be on the real level of Fantastic Four. So this one I'm gonna say is okay. It's a must watch to try to figure it out. Um, Venom 3 is actually pretty good. It was alright. Um, except for that, I got too much to say about it. It's an alright movie. I'm gonna say it's great. I'm not putting it up here with these other two, or with this one. I'll say it's alright. They try to do this whole him talking about the Thanos snap and all this crap with Spider-Man, and it's alright. I can't really give you Venom 3 is the best movie ever type of thing, but I don't know. When it comes to Venom 3, it's like I still wish that they didn't kill Carnage in Venom 2. Then in Venom 2, if they would have kept Carnage, I'd be happy. But now it's like Venom 3 or whatever. You know, it's crazy. Um, so Agatha all along, I watched it. At first, I was slow trying to get. It was just funny, the stuff that was happening. Okay, and I'm thinking, what the hell? But as soon as you put Audrey Plaza in anything, I'm gonna watch it. That's one pretty ass woman. Her eyes is perfect. I like them bug-eyed girls. Okay. And I don't know. The whole movie was pretty good. Our show series, the music they kept this Witch's Road thing. But then it turned out the Scarlet Witch is the whole. When you find out that he's a Scarlet Witch's son, it's like holy crap. Like I don't know. It would have been cooler if they threw the Scarlet Witch in there. But I like it. I'm gonna say it's great. Agatha all. I didn't expect it to be so damn good. When I watched it, I was like, okay, this is gonna get lame. I said, anything's gonna be stupid. This is gonna be listen. No, it turned out to be better than what I thought. And I think that was one of the best Marvel things they made recently. Uh, Not so recent, but still recently. And this is why, because what I'm about to explain about some of these other ones that are left, you're gonna be like, whoa, wait a minute. This What If is the most recent What If. I have not seen this What If. The other one I fell asleep on. The first one I've seen I don't know how many times because I liked it, the British Agent Carter. Captain America. So I seen the first What If, perfect. So this is like this is the little Marvel's little series of What If. So I'm gonna say it's okay. Watch the whole What If first one. This one fell asleep on this one, but it's all right. And this What If is like I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. So that's probably the only crap here I haven't seen. To be honest with you. Next to what's the name? So the Wolverine. So I'm about to say Wolverine. The Captain America Brave New World, which just came out, and they had the dude talk about Anthony, whatever his name is. I can't remember his his first name or whatever, but he oh crap, turn this off. Like I'm fighting against the air conditioner. But anyway, this new Captain America movie is like I don't know. So here's the thing. He went on publicly to talk about the movie, and he made a statement, which anybody could understand if you know, what he was trying to say black people, ain't America for black people because of this and that and so forth. That's what he was trying to get at. I heard it before, what he was trying to say, because just the way he said it on the interview. I was like, oh, he's going that route. But you're playing Captain America, a fantasy made character. Just let's go with it, man. You're getting paid millions of dollars. Hell, give me the money. You giving him to be Captain America. I'd be happier than picking shit. Oh yeah, I'm Captain America. Oh, I love Captain. I love America. I wouldn't go on stage saying some retarded crap like that. So that puts him in that Rachel Zegler area. That puts him in that freaking area of Brie Larson and all these other idiots that go out and talk crap. Literally, they should not give actors interview roles anymore. They shouldn't just, or not roles. They should not just interview actors anymore. But this movie confused the hell out of me. And like I said, as you can tell, I like Captain America. Right? But this one here, is like, I like Captain America. So, but here, it's not about him being black, it ain't about him being a Falcon. It's the fact that if you watch the movie, they got one of my old heroes, like I said, the original uh, guy that played the Mantis, which is a character that was a black TV show character, superhero character from back in the day. A lot of people don't remember him, but he plays this forgotten Captain America in this movie. And that right there alone was cool because they made him look buff, and I know he's not that buff in real life. Um, and I was happy that he was in this movie. They talk about Hulk, I don't know how many times in this movie. They talk about, Steve Rogers, I don't know how many times in this movie. And then they also talk about Wolverine. They talk about three superhero characters that you don't see in this freaking movie. And it's like they're talking about this big crap that well, they talk about the stupid robot the Eternals had in the ocean. Okay, and they're like, oh, it's made of antimantium. Bang, there's a Wolverine reference. You talk about, oh, you're not Steve Rogers. Bam, you talk about Captain America. Oh, you're not gonna get the super serum like Steve Rogers. Bam, Captain America. Oh, Incredible Hulk. The like, oh my god, the beta radiation, the body or whatever, because this kept, oh my god, Captain America, Wolverine, Incredible Hulk, that's all they're talking about in this movie. And then it turns out it's an Incredible Hulk movie. To begin with, it's pretty much an Incredible Hulk movie. An Incredible Hulk bad guy that doesn't look nothing like himself at all. And it's like, you find out all this funding going for this whole thing. I don't know why they pulled Harrison Ford's prehistoric butt out of nowhere and made him be the bad guy of Incredible Hulk. They're like, just leave this guy alone. Let Harrison Ford hang out in a ranch somewhere. Give him a couple escorts or something. I don't know. Make some good Happy Meals for him. And let's let him chill out by a lake or play golf or some shit. Quit trying to put him in movies and stuff. It just didn't make sense to make him the Hulk. Red Hulk. But anyway, um, I mean, and then there's another guy. He's trying to be the Falcon, the new Falcon. And then the dude's like, "Oh, you're not the new Falcon." Well, if you're Captain America, obviously he's the new Falcon. You're like, what's wrong with passing the torch to the guy that's pretty much being your sidekick through this whole damn movie? So I didn't understand that, and it's just like a lot of stuff that didn't make sense. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I can't tell you it's a great movie. And it's sad that I'm putting the Captain America movie so damn low. It's supposed to be Captain America. It's going in as a good movie, but it's not to the standards of where it should be because they're steady talking about Incredible Hulk. The whole movie, I mean, the whole first part of the movie, I don't know, I'll say like 5 minutes of the movie, they're talking about the Incredible Hulk. They're talking about how, they're actually talking about the sequel. They're talking about the Incredible Hulk movie with Ed Norton. And they're talking about how he destroyed this and that. They're talking about the other guy, and he's supposed to be. And you figure out that that's who Harrison Ford is replacing the general. And then they talk about his daughter, which they brought her back again. And then it's like, it's just so much stuff about the Incredible Hulk. And you're like, okay, what the hell? And then later on you find out, oh, the adamantium this thing is made out of, do this and that. So you're predicting stuff about Wolverine, but it's a little too late because Wolverine's already been around. You know, maybe not inside the MCU, but he's already been around. So now you're trying to say there was no adamantium get anywhere, which makes no sense because Wolverine obviously has been around forever. He's immortal and shit. So it's like by saying now that he finally got the adamantium because you found this robot that's made of it, it confuses the hell out of me. I don't know what kind of time travel or idiot that wrote that part, or why they even think about putting this thing in now. If anything, they should have put the robot in Days of Futures Past, but they didn't make the Eternals to whatever. That's just a way to make an Eternal sequel if they want to. But why would you make a sequel of such a boring, horrible, terrible movie? I have no idea. And so, I mean, anyway, that's how I feel about Captain America: Brave New World. It just confuses the hell out of you. Talk about Steve Rogers a bunch. Talk about Incredible, and then the whole thing that really okay, the thing that makes me say it's not a great movie or excellent movie or whatever. I can't tell you it's bad because there's some damn good fighting scenes with Hulk and then the whole thing with the planes and stuff. But anyway, and then he's about to turn into the Hulk in the ship, but he stops from doing that. Is the thing about it is that the dude could have got the Soldier Serum. Like literally, freaking the Winter Soldier comes and says something about taking a super Soldier Serum, and he's like, "No, I'm not gonna take it. No, I'm not gonna take it." You get your ass kicked by Hulk, a Red Hulk, and somehow you surviving. Like somebody, if you watch the movie, if you watch Captain America: Brave New World, this dude should have died like 5, 6 times, man. The way the Hulk was beat, the Red Hulk was beating the shit out of him. There's no way hell he survived. So I don't care how much of a superhero you is with no powers. Batman would have fucking crashed. Batman got his back broke by Van and he was out of the game. So it's like this is bull. So I don't know. So anyway, I think I want to go reverse around here a little bit. Um, yeah, we'll go reverse. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna put this one over here. Since we're talking about the Hulk, since I talked about the Hulk, put the Hulk over here, and that's what's gonna be next. So the original Hulk, Incredible Hulk movie. Okay, I put part two up here actually because it really is excellent. When they were showing trailers back in the day for the Hulk movie, the first Hulk movie, this one, pretty much they'd explain the whole damn movie. Because when you go watch, I went to the theater to watch it. Like everything in the movie was pretty much the trailer, and I wasn't impressed. I had a friend that copied the line from the trailer that was in the movie. And it's like, oh, like acting like it's brand new. You just seen it in the trailer. You seen it in the trailer all week, all month before the damn movie came out. You know he was gonna say that. You know, it's like I hated that. So I hate this movie. Matter of fact, the original Hulk movie is terrible. The only thing good about it is they let you know who David Banner is. Because David Banner was named on the TV series with Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bellamy or whatever his name was. Not Bill Bellamy. God, I can't remember the actor's name. He died though. But anyway, that so they made David Banner, Bruce Banner's father, is kind of cool. I didn't like the whole dog mutant hoax. Um, there's so much crap that's lame in this freaking movie. And so the first Hulk movie is garbage. Okay, I'm sorry. Even the actor that plays the Hulk, when he turns the Hulk, he's like, does this thing with his cheeks and shit, and like he turned into some white gorilla. Just don't like the freaking that movie. Okay, sorry, that one was garbage. It's terrible. It's wrong. It's the worst Hulk movie ever. Um, so let's see here. Let's go into. I'm kind of jumping everywhere now because we're at the nitty gritty. The nitty gritty. So, Ghost Rider. I liked it. Ghost Rider, the first one, Nicolas Cage being Ghost Rider is kind of funny, but you can't see him as a stuntman. And so I say the first one was great. It's pretty great. And the funny thing is, when I was a kid, I used to have a lot of Ghost Rider comic books, and I used to like reading him. But then as I got older, it was like because of these movies and things, and it's not that. But I used to read a lot of Ghost Rider, Punisher, War Machine. I mean, I can go on about certain superheroes that I would read, and then for some reason now they're like irrelevant. And then like I used to read Spawn, a lot of Spawn. Spawn and Knight Rider were kind of this. Ghost Rider, I mean, was kind of the same. Um, so crazy, man, how your views change over years in life. I used to read a lot of freaking Ghost Rider. Um, matter of fact, I got a stole lit up right here. And then part two of Ghost Rider, I would say, is also a great movie. I liked it. It's pretty good. Um, yeah, Nicolas Cage is pretty good as Ghost Rider. I think if they're gonna make another one, they might as well just keep Nicolas Cage. Why keep changing actors, man? That's why I hate Batman now. I'm so sick of watching different Batmans every time. So this is why Wolverine will always be Hugh Jackman because it's been Hugh Jackman. You know, we just gotta just keep the same freaking actor. Spider Man's everybody. You know, now he's British. Anyway, so yeah. So let's see here. So the Marvel shows that were out separate from Netflix were these Fox Marvel shows, and one of them was ABC. Actually, two of them, which would be Agents of Shield and Inhumans. But we're gonna still go to the Fox version ones, and we're gonna go since we were talking about X Men the whole time. We're gonna go with the Gifted, and I liked the Gifted a lot. I think it ended too short. I liked it. It came out around the same time Heroes was still on, and I liked Heroes too. And one weird part is Stan Lee was in the episode, one of the first episodes of Heroes, and like he was trying to like say, "Hey, I support this," but honestly, Heroes not a Marvel project. It's a kind of its own TV show project. Um, but anyway, it should be, because the comic that they keep showing in there was done by a Marvel artist. Um, so Gifted, I like this show a lot, and I will put it in the great. You know, well, maybe I'll put it in good because there is some stuff, but it's like the girl's Magneto's daughter and everything. She was on Instagram. And I wrote this long ass, dorky ass message about, oh, I like your character. You're Magneto's daughter. And then after I wrote it, I was like, oh damn it, I'm such a nerd. And then everyone was all commenting on the thing like, yeah, right on, man. I like Gifted too. This and that. So then I was okay. I feel a little bit about it, good about it. But it was like I was just on Instagram one day. I said, "Oh, that's that girl from Gifted. That's Magneto's daughter, and Thesaurus or whatever her name is." And I just started texting her all this crap. It was so stupid. It's so embarrassing. I do the dorky shit. But anyway, I like Gifted. Again, they had Blink, which was she's a perfect character. I think they picked the perfect actress to play her. So many different things that was going on in this show, and it was awesome. I wish it didn't end so early. And that's the thing. I hate how they end shows so damn early. That'd be good. And so I think if they didn't, it would have lasted a good through at least 4 seasons. Five at most. It could have lasted longer than that, like Smallville or something. But yeah, Gifted was a good thing, and I think it should have lasted longer. Um, so here's the one I like, Cloak and Dagger. Now, every now and then when they make these shows, there'll be some actresses that are badass, okay? And I'm putting it in the great section. I would say excellent. It's great. Cloak and Dagger is awesome because it's actually uh, we call it dang it, Louisiana, and they're talking about this girl, and she's Cloak or she's Dagger or whatever, most prettiest actress. Found this pretty girl to be actress of the Cloak or Dagger, and Cloak, the brother, the black kid. Yo, he's a cool little dude. I like how the way they did his powers, and then he's like shadows, and he can move out and stuff. And then she's the same thing, but with light. And they did it perfect. And I think it lasted 2, 3 seasons, and then they're gone. And I was like, okay, I was really into this show, and I thought it was gonna last a long time. Man, they cut it off so quick. And, it's like, man, they should kept this going. And so, in a way, because it was a Louisiana show, and I think they need to give more shout outs to people in Louisiana. And so it's considered another black show as well. But man, they should have kept that shit going. The last villain they had, he had some kind of super villain that used music to manipulate. And in his mind, he was in a record store playing blues music and jazz and stuff. And it was kind of cool how they were doing it. So like they would end up, the heroes would end up somehow in this music place, and that's how you know the villain got you. He got you stuck at his music shop while he's playing his blues and jazz. It was so cool. And it was like this. I don't know. This culturally it was cool. Visually it was cool. Mentally it was cool. It was just great. I thought it was a good, great show. And so I wish they never got rid of Cloak and Dagger. There's another one like Gifted. I wish they never got rid of. Runaways, though, was kind of threw me off. I remembered part of it from when I was younger, some comic, but it was one I didn't really care about. But then I watched the show, and what's funny is the main kid on here, the black kid, he's actually the boy from the new Penguin show on, the Penguin TV series that just came out. He's actually the boy they call Victor, who I thought was gonna be, you know, Victor. I thought he was gonna be the guy who gets all the slashes on his face and whatever. Um, but anyway, uh, Runaways was a good little show, a little bit, but at the same time, the alien thing and the cult that worships the aliens and it's a cult. There's a cult. The dinosaur, and the Asian girl and her powers is like a sorceress and stuff. There's so many different things happening there in Runaways. But here's the thing: on the last season, the third season of Runaways, Cloak and Dagger come back, and they meet the Runaways, and it's actually pretty good. It was the only crossover of those series between Gifted, Runaway, and Dagger, Cloak and Dagger by Fox. Those were the only crossovers when they took Cloak and Dagger and put them with the Runaways. But it was pretty good. Cloak and the Runaways. Uh, Plus, I have James Marsden, the guy that played Spike, who played Brainiac in Smallville. He's the bad guy in this one too. I think he plays the father of the girl with the powers. I'll say it's a great show. Um, Gifted's a great show. Actually, no. Well, yeah. I'll bring back down to good. It's a good show. Cloak and Dagger's great though. I really like the Cloak and Dagger. And Gifted's great too. I was such a dork. Inhumans. Um, I think it didn't work. It didn't work for this time period. I think Inhumans was great when it originally came out in the 60s or 70s or whatever. It doesn't work now because we know what the moon's all about. At least those that got perfect logic that ain't delusional and some crazy crap about conspiracy theories. But anyway, I don't think it works now. The dog character is the best one I liked. The redhead character she's all right too. Um, but I watched it. It was pretty good. But yeah, I understand why they turned that. They got rid of that one. I understand why it had to go off air. It wasn't that. I mean, literally, it wasn't that impressive. Uh, but it could have been better if they maybe made a movie real quick, a short movie, let you know, okay, there's these Inhumans, instead of just trying to make it a series because it just didn't make sense to me. I'll say it's okay. Let's put it that way. We're not gonna put it up here with good because I mean it's okay. You know, not something I want to rush to go watch. There's only one season of Inhumans, so it shows you how bad it was. I can't even remember how many episodes, but it was only one season. Uh, Gifted had two or three. Um, Cloak and Dagger had three, I think. Runaways definitely had three. I don't know that because I used to watch it. So, and the funny thing is, I put it in a good section, but I used to watch it a lot. And I just didn't really know too much about the Runaways. I remember the artwork at a comic book convention and stuff, and because I read a dinosaur and a girl, and he used to look and I said, oh, I know them. That's why I watched it. Agents of Shield is something that I think is an acquired taste of fans. Now the coolest part is, of course, Agents of Shield, Captain America's Shield. I just don't dig it. This is the craziest shit. I watched the first season and I wasn't impressed. I watched the one where Ghost Rider was in it. I said, okay, this is finally a superhero in there. This Carlson guy or whoever he is that never dies. He's immortal. He's their super agent. Captain America. Get tricked in the Avengers movie that he's dead and that he's Captain America cards and all this crap. And there's so much stuff that goes on in the Agents of Shield. It's like I think it's a slow paced show. It's like watching Stargate without the Stargate. And that's where I would go with it. Agents of Shield goes right here. That's good, but not super good. No, it don't even do that. Good, it got some more character. It goes to this weird section where I like it, but I kind of hate it. It's okay section. And it's not too. Yeah. Okay. So now we go into Legion. Legion's a shit, y'all. Audrey Plaza again. Okay. This dude, I can't remember the name of this actor. He's actually a British actor, but he plays a good American pretty damn well. The whole storyline between this Aruk character that's supposed to be the super bad guy that's in his head, what you call the Demon King or whatever. He got so many names, this guy. And then the whole fact is he's super powerful. This David character, and he's got so much mental power, so much things. And there's like this X-Men team that's coming to help him, but they're not really X-Men, but they kind of are. There's all this crap. They talk about the father and stuff. It wasn't until like the third season of this show that I realized he's a son of Professor Xavier. That's why his mind powers are so freaking powerful. It's like, holy crap, this guy is Professor Xavier's son, and he's got mental illness. It's like, he's just so superpowered. So that would be another one on the Let's Fight Professor Xavier family bloodline, besides, Juggernaut, freaking, the girl from freaking Wolverine and X-Men, Wolverine and, Deadpool, and then this guy, David, which would be another, you know, Professor Xavier bloodline. This is so powerful with his mental powers and stuff he does, and it's just so crazy because Audrey Plaza's character was in a nut house. She dies, and then somehow she's still alive because of his mental powers are so damn strong, and was able to bring her whole body back. But then later on, they take her spirit thing, her because she's already alive, but actually puts it in the body of his real life adopted sister. It's crazy, or whatever she is, and man, it was like a sad moment in the show. So deep because he loved his sister was the only person he had contact with that actually cared about him. And then Audrey Plaza's character was one of his best friends that ended up dying because of some switcheroo because the other girl had kind of like so there's a character in here, his girlfriend, and she's kind of like Rogue in the sense she can't touch people. But the thing is, with Rogue, when she touches people, she takes their powers away. But this character, she touches people and she switches, her soul switches with their body. And she touches David and then bang, as soon as she touches him, she has all his mental powers and shit. She's him and her whole freaking, she's in his body and then his mind blows up and that's how Audrey Plaza's character is a crazy shit, man. And then it gets weird after the third season, I think it is. Um, the third, somehow he ends up in the future, or her from the future gets him, and that's where it gets weird and shit. And there's like the guy that was in his brain is out of his brain, and then there's the other guy with psychic powers, but he was in the ice cube. Pretty much it's this big ass psychic war show. Legion is the shit, and it goes to where it belongs, way up here, and excellent. You want to watch Legion, and you just seriously, if you like X Men and you wonder what it'd be like if Professor Xavier had a kid, you have to watch. You have to watch Legion. Literally, there's no better X Men tie-in than that one. So those are the two X Men tie-ins that was created by Fox. Will be Legion and Gifted. Gifted's good. Shows you like the daughter of Magneto, like I said, a lot of stuff. You know, a lot of little superhero stuff that comes off like you're watching Buffy or something. But when you watch Legion, whoa, you don't know what the hell's going on. Everybody got a mental power. Like I said, psychic war. Okay, it really is. Because you got David, who's got psychic powers. You got Baruch, who got psychic powers. Even Audrey Plaza, they have psychic powers every now and then. The black dude that can pull out your memories and do some stuff with your mind. He's got psychic powers. Then you got the guy that can split into two. Like he's I guess his storyline was his mom was Native American and then she gave birth to him and he was a white boy baby, but then he has a sister. He can turn into or a girl can come out of him, and that girl is Native American or whatever. So it's some weirdness, but they're sister, brother and sister, but they're the same person. It's so weird. And so like they come out, she can go inside him and hide, and you never know that there was a girl sister that was linked to him. It's so weird. And then like later on, you can do it vice versa, where she's in charge and he's not around, but somehow they make it work. And because he's been more seen by public than her, he's older and she's younger because he doesn't let her out a lot. And I think that's because he was trying to hide the fact that he was a mutant. And they talk about it. It's been a minute since I watched that part, but it's in there. And so there's like everyone's got mental powers and stuff. It's so crazy. So Legion is the shit. It's very excellent. Watch Legion if you ever get a chance. It's a really good show. Um, I'm gonna put this behind this one because I'm gonna talk about Thunderbolt. Thunderbolts are excellent. Thunderbolts are excellent. Yeah, why Thunderbolt excellent to me because I liked it. It was refreshing to see the fake Captain America again. Refreshing to see the girl from Ant-Man and the Wasp. It was cool to see both characters from what do you call it? Black Widow, the mom, the brother, I mean the dad and the daughter. It was good to see both of them. Uh, plus the Winter Soldier, and they all work together perfect as a team. And this dude Bob, who amazed me because I didn't know really too much about the Century until I watched this movie. But I do know that this is not the original Thunderbolts. This is the people they thought were the most popular enough in the movie franchises that they said, let's put them together and make a team. And we'll make a team that's well known and stuff, but it's not the comic book Thunderbolts. The comic book Thunderbolts has a guy that actually is kind of Captain America. They actually have other characters that are only in Thunderbolts. But this is actually pretty good. And I would say go ahead and keep this team. But they ruined it when they said, oh, they're the new Avengers. So there's supposed to be a young Avengers coming. And there's supposed to be some new Avengers. So now it makes no sense that these guys are the Avengers. And so it didn't make no sense. And then the whole thing with, once again, the Fantastic Fours coming in from another dimension. And, another timeline or whatever. And it's like, okay, that's stupid. So they ruined the party with that one. And it doesn't stop me from putting it in an excellent section because I like the whole thing with the Bob, the fight before that where the cars trying to blow up the agents are trying to blow up the car, the Winter Soldier coming and just taking down these big ass military trucks and stuff. I like that shit. So I liked it a lot. And it goes in excellent. Ironheart confused the hell out of me. Now she was in the Black or Panther movie or whatever. But there's something about this TV series that didn't feel real. Like, 99, none of them feels real, but I don't know, man. It's supposed to be about this girl and her being a female Tony Stark, pretty much black female Tony Stark, and it didn't even feel like a black show after a while, and it felt so weird. Like it went from robotics to magic, and it pretty much became like the last I don't know 4 episodes of the show. I want to say 4 episodes. It became like the bad guy show, and then at the end, she's pretty much a bad guy. So I don't get why this was ever made because she's not a hero. She's a villain. And the thing is, the other guy was more impressive as a villain than she is. Both of them. Manifesto is the guy's name, or whatever. And the other guy that was the Hood, way more impressive. Good actor, though. Great actor. I said shout out to that actor. Shout out to the guy that, because he was in that other show with those girls. Anyway, he gets killed by her. But what was the name of that show? I was watching it, Ironheart, and I'm thinking, I know this guy from that one show with the redhead and the one black girl and all that. I just can't remember the name of the damn show. And it was on a little while ago, a couple years ago, but now it's gone. I can't remember the hell out of it. But he was the guy that was getting, and then he was a guy that was getting her all involved with crime and having sex with her. And her husband was a dude that got killed by Billy Loomis and Stream or whatever. The guy that plays Shaggy and stuff, whatever. I cannot remember the name of that show. But anyway, in Ironheart, she does do some impressive stuff with the robot suits. But the thing is, her friends did or whatever. Somehow she makes an AI version that's not AI, because AI does not have human personality like that. Okay, and it does not look like whatever. And it's just like it was just so weird of a show. I thought it was gonna be more impressive. Like I don't know, kind of like I don't know, like Ironheart meets like Luke Cage or something. Like that was gonna be cool, but it became supernatural. So then it was kind of made me wonder, like, how come we haven't seen these supernatural dudes before in like WandaVision or Agatha all along or any Doctor Strange crap? We didn't. This is just so weird. It didn't make sense. The technology person fighting the magic person, and then she really wasn't fighting him. She's fighting all these other people who are actually, once again, are in comic books or super, but they change it around to make it all fit this crazy new world theory that they think is good to put in the movies. That all we want is fantasy. We want something to take our mind off of realities, but let's throw reality in it anyway to piss people off. So I have to say though, the bad guy episodes, the 4 bad guy episodes were actually impressive. But I have to say this whole thing as a whole, I can't say it's bad. It's bad though. I'm gonna say it's bad. I'm gonna say it's terrible. I'm gonna say it's bad. But I'm not gonna say it's like it's not that. Crap. It's bad, y'all. I want to give it something else. Cause I do. I'm telling you the way they make the bad guy, the hood guy, and the other dude, his characters was like that was cool. Um, I like the fact that there was another guy that was okay. So the Tony Stark's villain in the first movie, the first Iron Man movie, Jeff Bridges' character, his son is in this movie, and so or show, and so you're like, whoa, that's cool. I thought that was really cool. Except for he's jacked up too, and then the thing that really threw me off was when freaking out of nowhere, oh, hey, here you go. You got Eric Andre in the movie, so you knew it was gonna be weird. 'Cause I thought, but and the funny thing is, I looked it up after watching the movie. I do have a big ass book. I could pull it out right now, but I'm not going to. But a big ass, pretty much is like the dictionary of all Marvel stuff. I looked up what Rampage really looks like, and this character looks pretty damn cool. But in this show where Eric Andre plays the dude Rampage, He's just some dude that's not getting respected. They're not calling him by his name. And I'm thinking, damn, if Eric Andre was this character in a Marvel production, he'd probably be awesome. Everyone would love the hell out of him because he's funny, and I think it would work. But nope, they didn't do that. They killed him off quicker than shit. And and if you, like I said, if you read the superhero, the comic book version, you'd be like, whoa, wait a minute. But no, that's what happened. And I don't know. Like I said, like as soon as the supernatural wizard stuff started going down, Ironheart became irrelevant. All the crap she was doing, I don't know why. In the whole, and then here's the thing: she like pretty much has like three suits. The first two suits she builds quicker than shit. Like this last suit, why did it take 2, 3 episodes for her to make the last suit? And while she's doing that, there's all this villain stuff. So you're learning all this crap about these villains. That's why I said that the villains were more impressive. And so I was like, this is crazy, man. So I don't know. It's up to y'all to leave. I'm putting it in bad section. And when it comes to Daredevil, Reborn, I can't put it nowhere yet because I have not seen it. Oh crap! What is it terrible? Why is it going to that terrible? Stay right where you are. No, no. I'm gonna say it's okay. It's okay. Forget it. It's stuck up there. This is my Thursday tier list that took I don't know how many hours I've been doing this. Around 3 hours, y'all. This is the tier list, and starting with the ones I think are the most awesome, to the ones I think is great. And just because I put them in great doesn't mean I wouldn't watch them. I would watch all these constantly. Um, and when it comes down here to good, I would watch these too, but probably not as much as I would watch these ones at the top. Okay. The okay section is like, oh, maybe I'll watch it. It's here, I'll watch it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? As for bad, the hell with these movies. I'm not watching this shit. And the terrible, two terrible garbages, they could just burn in the fires of Inferno for all I care. I don't like Eternals or the original Hulk movie. So, that's my Thursday tier list of the Marvel franchise. And, man, hopefully you guys stuck with me. And, of course, probably you didn't. But if you did and you're watching this and you like it, come by every Thursday to see a tier list on Twitch and SOK Planet. Thursday tier list starts at 2 o'clock. And I just go off on Thursdays about whatever the tier list is. So, peace be with you guys. Blessings upon you always. Till next time, have a great day.